Good evening, one and all. We've got I was going to say we've got an action-packed evening. It's no action-packed, I'm afraid. It's just me sat down a chair talking. I do love this, by the way. It's James, who's an Arsenal fan, and he just said, "Oops, I'm in the wrong place. Don't worry. Join us, James. Join us this evening whilst we try and turn over Manchester United. That would be even if you was an Arsenal fan, that would be fun to see, right? Surely. Anyway, welcome one and all. I don't know the team as yet. I'm actually going to ignore. I'm going to ignore the chat because I've just seen something that Scott's just typed, so I'm ignoring. La 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 la. I'm not going to look at you lot in the chat until I have the official team lineup. Let me get this out the way very, very quickly first. I shall be looking at the team lineup. You've guessed it, on the One Football app, your one-stop app for all football thingies. It's much better than the Two Football app. Look, here's the exclusive, beautiful part of One Football app. You tailor it to your specifications. So, I mean, for instance, I'll give you a really good example here. Right out at the top, we had James. James, an Arsenal fan. James downloads the app. When he does so, it will say, James, who do you support? He'll say Arsenal. The rest of you won't. You'll all say West Ham. And that's fine, because James will just get all the Arsenal news. We'll get all the West Ham stuff. And we don't have to worry. We don't get any Lacazette stuff. He doesn't get any Antonio stuff. I'm not even sure if Lacazette plays for Arsenal at the moment. Shows how much I know. That's the One Football app. If you click the link below, which hopefully Charlie is going to put in the description below, if you don't mind, Charlie, then download it. It's free. If you don't like it, you can get rid of it. There we go. Look at that. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Right. That's the official stuff out of the way. 1 minute until the lineups are revealed, and I will be using the One Football app for those lineups, by the way. Also, we've got later on in the show, and we'll put together a ridiculously unrealistic bet, which is highly unlikely to come in. But if it ever does, we'll all be rich, but only spending 10 pence. I do this every game, okay? Every game. It never, ever comes in, but it always yields thousands of pounds. One day it will. It'd be good. We've got to get lucky at some point, haven't we? Certainly. So, how are we feeling about today? I guess we really need to see the lineups to know how we're feeling. As I say, I'm ignoring Scott's comment there. Let's see if we got the lineups, and they should be coming out almost immediately. Come on, West Ham, give us the lineups. Give us the lineups. We've got lineups. We've got lineups. Right then, here we go. Areola, old Harry makes his debut in goal. Number 25. He's not. He's number 13. Number 25. Not quite a bullseye. 25. Areola. Ryan Fredericks. Oh, hold on. Hold on a second. I don't know what the formation is going to be. We'll try and work through this. Ryan Fredericks at right back. Ben Johnson starts. Now, he's either playing as a centre half or as like three centre backs. He might be playing a Cresswell role as three centre halves, or he's playing left back. If that's happening, Diop and Dawson are your centre half pairing. Masuaku, Arthur the Masuaku, he's either playing left wing back in a 3, or he's playing left midfield if we're playing with a 4. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Actually, they're not endless. Only one or two things is happening. He's either playing left wing back or playing left wing, I'd imagine. In the centre, we have got Alex Crowell making his debut. This is great. Mark Noble looking to redeem himself from his penalty miss. Felt very sorry for Mark Noble in the last game, has to be said. He captains the side. Manuel Lanzini. This is good. I think this is good. The front three is Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Bowen. I couldn't tell you whether it's Bowen on the right or Yarmolenko on the right and who plays up front. Quite frankly, I did a video this morning over on the forum channel. I thought this is Yarmolenko's last chance. I stand by that. He needs to start moving around. He needs to get a goal. The bench is interesting here, by the way. Randolph in goal. Well, on the bench, not a goal, he's on the bench. If there was a little goal on the bench, do you reckon Randolph's seat, the goalkeeper's seat, has a little net on it, behind it? So Randolph's in the goalkeeper's seat on the bench. Sufal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Fornals, Vlasic, Benrahma. This is very interesting, I think, because that is obviously, there's 3 players that I think that I didn't want to see tonight. And I'm really pleased about this. And that's obviously Antonio, it's Declan Rice, and it's Thomas Big Sue potato eating. Potato salad eating Big Sue Thomas Suchek. Just rolls off the tongue, that nickname, I find. Oh, okay. Okay, interesting. Interesting. So they're not featured on the bench at all. Right. Now I can look at you. Now I can. It's all right. Don't worry. Scott apologise. No need to apologise, my friend. No need to apologise. You were right. You were right. So okay, this is. If Charlie, if you, Charlie might be loitering around in the background. He's put up the West Ham team, which is scrolling along the ticker tape along the bottom. I wonder if we've got a Man United team there, Charlie. Hello, Charlie. Foxtrot, Charlie Alpha, Charlie over, Roger. Can we have a Manchester United team, please? Anyone? But I say anyone. Generally, I'd like it to scroll along the bottom. I don't know it. I'll wait for. He's probably in the loo. Maybe he's in the loo. If he's in the loo, he's not tuned into this, is he? He's slacking a little bit. It's not particularly professional. Let me just say it. I've got to say hello. Hello, Leonardo. How are you? Like that team, mate? Do you like that team? Oh, bless you. Don't worry, we don't need Charlie. We don't need Charlie. No, we've got the Broomfields. They're going to do it. They're going to do it for us. Thank you very much. Manchester United. Henderson in goal. Probably not Jordan Henderson. That would be good if they had a Liverpool midfielder in goal. Probably not him. Dalot. Lindelof. Bailey. It is Bailey. It's not by Tellez. Definitely a back four. Matic. Jenny van der Beek. Sancho. Mata, Lingard, Martial. Thank you. Subs, Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Jones, McTominay, Fernandes, Alanga, Greenwood. And I mean, they're taking it as a good team. That's a good team. It has to be said. It really is a good team. They could and should call us. I was going to say call us all sorts of bother. Cause us all sorts of bother. Okay, that's really, really interesting. Thank you to the Broomfields for providing us with that. Charlie. Oh, Charlie's there. Charlie's put it along the bottom now. Bit late. In the toilet. It's gone now. It's gone. Bring it back because I'll keep forgetting what it is. And as James is rightly saying here, shows their depth. And that's their second team. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. There we go. I don't know what that means. Right. Anyway, welcome one and all. That's a bit of a fiery start to the evening. It has to be said. Okay. I mean, looking at our team, anytime you want to put teams along the bottom, Charlie, it's entirely up to you. Looking at our team, looking at their team, hey, as if by magic. Oh, look, their team's a lot stronger than ours. Let's be perfectly honest. But you know what? There's some things to take comfort from. Possibly, I'm looking forward to seeing Areola. Let's look at the positives at the moment. I'm looking forward to seeing Areola, not just anyone's. I mean, this player. I'm not so much that one. I'm looking forward to seeing Alex Krell play. This should be really good. I think Lanzini may well have a good game. I'm sort of surprised he's playing Bowen, but I guess he's got to play somebody. That possibly would indicate that Bowen is not going to start against Leeds, which is a big game. It's a massive game, I think, the Leeds game, particularly as basically almost everyone in Leeds has got a broken leg and they haven't won this season. So we actually need to turn the screw on Leeds at the weekend. So maybe that does indicate that Bowen's not playing. Maybe, just maybe, when they do all the running stats and the rest of it, actually Bowen's fitness is very, very high and they think he can feature at all. But I think that would probably suggest that Vlasic is playing against Leeds. Fredericks, I mean, whoever Fredericks plays against is going to have a tough time. But I guess if you had to pick anyone, it'd probably be Martial he's going to play against. I just don't know how we're playing. This is the interesting thing. Because Masuaku and Johnson being in there throws us the curveball, doesn't it, really? But if I don't know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't know. Do not rule out. I mean, I think the obvious one is Masuaku is playing as a left midfielder. I think that's probably what will happen. But I would not rule out at all Johnson playing as a centre half. Because he's a more natural defender than he is an attacker. I think so. Anyway, more than likely, I think we're getting Mike Masuaku on left wing, and I don't mind that at all. Hold on. Let's see what James is saying. Hold on. James might have a better steer on this than me. You can tell it's a back 3-5 by the way it's written. Fredericks being next to Johnson. Yeah, I mean, I know. I just wonder if. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if, throw a curveball. I would mix it up if I was a manager. I'd put all the order. You know what I mean? I'd write Yarmolenko in the goalkeeper's position and stuff like that. Technically, you're still putting the team in. I would be a bit naughty. I can't believe that. You've got to have some form of an advantage, haven't you? Really. Hold on. Sorry, Gaza. Where's Gaza gone? If we played Antonio tonight and he got injured, there'd be a lot of moans, and rightly so. And that's why we haven't played him. Yeah, I totally agree. That I am not. I do not blame David Moyes for resting Antonio. It was what I thought should be done. I'm very, very happy that he's done that. It ain't worth the risk. And actually, a Mikel Antonio who has played, how many did he play? 3 or 4 games start of the season? Maybe 4 if you can, European game, maybe 4 games. And then he has a rest for a week and a half, which is what it would be, then comes back. I mean, it's almost perfect, isn't it, really? I'm not saying he should intentionally get a red card, but it does have its merits. So I would like that, and I really think that Rice and Souček will benefit. It's not just about fatigue, by the way. It's not just about them being a bit run down by the time they get to Leeds. It's actually about them having a night off, and I would hope that I hope they haven't travelled. Bertie, where's Bertie? Bertie says, who's on our bench? Charlie, who's on our bench? I'll tell you who's not on the bench, Bertie. I'll tell you who is on the bench. Randolph, Sufal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Fornals, Vlasic, and Benrahma. Namely being Antonio, Rice, and Souček are rested. But as I was saying, I hope Moyes actually said, don't even travel. I don't want you to travel for this. Stay at home, watch some Netflix, have a curry, whatever. Maybe David Moyes doesn't speak in those terms, but that's what I would be telling them to do anyway for this one. It has to be said. And I think we may well see 3 very refreshed and motivated players. So, I mean, back onto the game, and this is really interesting. Can we win this game? Is that possible? Can we win this game? You look at the team, and it would appear not. I think probably almost the more profound question, if you like, is does David Moyes want to win this game? Because that question probably gives us the answer to the other one if we can. If David Moyes does, and he's sending this team out with instruction to go and win the game, and let's be fair, with that front three of Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Bowen, it ain't going to be scaring Man United. It's just not. Maybe we are looking at, I don't know, a set piece or something like that, a long shot. Who knows? We're not going to be attacking them more than they attack us. That's for sure. So it's going to require a defensive performance. Are we good enough to do that? Can we do that? Frank, hello, Frank. Gonzo, don't want us to win this game. I can understand that. I don't know if I can quite not want us to win the game, but I get that. I certainly not. I wouldn't overly argue against that, mate, to be honest with you. It may well benefit us going out this one. That being said, it gets to match day. I'm a West Ham fan. I want us, I want us to win. Irish Tommy. Where is Tommy? Tommy, you need to come on. And join us at some point, mate. Come and join us on a couple of videos, my friend. Give me a message, by the way, mate. He said he would prefer to see Oko Flex on the bench to replace Bowen after 70 minutes. I sort of agree. Well, I always agree with Tommy. Tommy speaks a lot of bloody sense. Always, actually. Yeah, he's right, isn't he? Off the bench, because actually the bench is quite centre-back heavy. You'd hope there weren't centre-backs needed off the bench. It means someone's injured. Don't want anyone to get injured. Aside from that, look, I think Benrahma's a good player. Don't get me wrong. Benrahma come off the bench would be a good thing. But and don't get me wrong, he can use him. I don't think there's anything wrong with some of those players playing 20 minutes tonight. That's not going to make them knackered for Leeds, but I do understand the complete resting of the big three. The big three, you know what I mean. That's sort of it, really. Right, we'll get through to scores, and we'll do all that stuff in a minute. Predictions, things that may or may not happen. So what have we got now? So the kickoff's actually in 45 minutes, pretty much. Shall we do a bet? I think we should do a bet. Right. So we're going to go bet builder again. Um, if you join me for the last one, it was quite ridiculous. I know nothing about betting, all right? So it's much better. This feature is much better. It's more accurate when Gio's here. But if it does come through, we're getting bigger prizes with me. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Because it's so ridiculous. I think you have to. You have to. I wonder if you can predict it to go to penalties. If you can do that. Does this happen? Does this one go to penalties? I don't know. Method of victory after penalties. Shall we go West Ham to win on penalties? Let's do that. Yes, the answer is yes. Can someone give me a goal, an unlikely goal scorer for each team, please? I'm picking whatever you say because then you lot get the blame and not me. So player to score. Give me some players. One of them says Cristiano Ronaldo. That's highly unlikely. He's not in the team or on the bench. So there you go. At the moment, we're 7-1, folks. I know you're. I think you're about 20 seconds, Ariola. Crow. Let's keep them coming. You're always about 20 seconds behind, basically. Oh, Johnson. Okay, two Johnsons. If you pardon the expression, two Johnsons. Why don't we go with that? Why don't we go with two Johnsons? So we want Johnson to score. Just that was first on. Can I have some Man United players, please? Ben Johnson to score anytime, 85-1. Wow, that's a whopper. Dalot. That's interesting. Lindelof. Oh, I mean, the thing is with Lindelof, he's got to beat our centre backs to head it in, hasn't he? That's it. I've got the West Ham player. Tellez. Does Tellez got Jones? Lingard, he's right. James is right. James is right. How much does that change it? He is right there. Oh, Jesse, the pain in the arse Lingard. I didn't used to call him. We used to be mates. Oh, blimey, hold on, that's 325-1 if Lingard scores. We need something to really, really boost it. Okay, so that's fine. Let me have. I'll tell you what. Let's both teams to receive cards. Maybe we can do that. Player cards. Give me one player from each team. Okay, I'll do Andy. I'll do +9 corners. I'll do that. All right, +9 corners from Andy. Give me a cards, players, please, while I do the corners. I got my wrong glasses on. Okay, over 9. Crikey, that makes it 600-1. I tell you what, boys and girls, we're getting rich today. Dawson and Bailey to be carded. I'm sorry if I missed out your ones. I'm just I'm making this up as we go along. No, we don't want sent off, do we? We definitely don't want sent off. Where's Dawson? Someone's stolen Dawson. So we've gone Bailey and Dawson, aren't we? Yeah. Crikey, the odds are going ridiculous. Bailey and Dawson. If I can find him. Don't tell me Dawson's not on the list. He's got to be on the list. Randolph, Fabianski, David Martin. I'm going mad here. Excuse me, internet. Bear with me. Oh, there you go. Okay, right. 5,000-1, which gives us, right, so, done. Here's what we got. West Ham to win after penalties. Ben Johnson to score any time in a match. Jesse Lingard to score any time in a match. Over 9 corners of both teams combined. Eric Bailey to be booked. Craig Dawson to be booked. 5,000-1. It's not. Bear with me here. Right, let me click on that there. Set stake. Always hungry when I say that. Place bet. How do I set the stake? There you go. Oh, for goodness sake. You have to apologise. I have to apologise. You don't have to apologise. I have to apologise. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's go big. Let's go big. 50 pence. Going big on this. Basically, one of you lovely people, is going to get £1,250 and 25 pence if that comes in. How about that? I mean, that's pretty damn good, isn't it? That's got to be good. It's got to be good. Big prices. See, big when Gio's not here. When Gio's not here, we do the big prizes. We pull out the big guns. I need a phrase, don't I? It's the phrase. I like this, Andy. The phrase that pays. What is the phrase? We've got to make up a phrase. We've got no phrase. Man United lineup. Let's pick a name. Okay. Oh dear. I've got one. Lingard doesn't matter. Got to spell matter correct. M-A-T-A. Lingard doesn't matter. So if you write Lingard doesn't matter in the chat, how very noble of you. Thank you, Joe. Oh, thank you, sir. You've got to type Lingard doesn't matter in the chat here. Basically, just like Dave. Hey, Dave, how are you, mate? Just like Dave has there. Type it like that. And then if one of you, if the bet comes in, West Ham win on penalties and whatever it was, Johnson scores and Lingard scores and Bailey gets a card and whoever else it was, Dawson gets a card and 9 corners and all that stuff. If that happens, one of you that has typed Lingard doesn't matter gets £1,250 and 25 pence. I've done well to remember all of that. Well, so just look, while there's a twat in the chat, excuse me. Beg your pardon. Anyway, so just basically type it like that. Lingard doesn't matter. Lingard doesn't matter. Just like that. Okay. Right. Okay. So now we've dealt in the dabbled in the world of fantasy. What does everyone really think will happen tonight? Once you get your comments in, you only have to type it once. So we will use this to go back. These bets have come in once or twice. I think 2 or 3, maybe less than 5 times, but more than once. These bets have come in, and we have actually handed out £100, £200, something like that before. In fact, by the way, when myself and Gio have been promoting this ultimate fan thing, we're going to talk to you about this in the week. People have actually been winning prizes, like you lot have been winning prizes on the ultimate fan thing, 50 quid, 100 quid, stuff like that. So we'll do a cup of tea in a week. We'll have a good chat about that. It's definitely worth playing. I was gonna say playing. That's it. That's the one. Where's my glasses gone? I just took them off. I don't know why I took them off. Okay, so let's have a little look here. Let's get some scores. Yeah, Henry, you've spoiled the mood. I bet it's probably true. It is probably true. Out with a whimper. Ian says, out with a whimper. Morning, Major. Morning, full tea. It's Major 84. I like Major. Lingard, yeah, okay, sorry, we've done that. But yeah, very, very good. Get it in. Oh, this is very particular. Oh, it's Phil Jones. Phil, I'm not being funny, mate, right? But you should be warming up or something. You've got a game. There's no point jumping in the Hammers chat, live chat, trying to win yourself £1,250, 25 pence, being in there pulling your funny faces and making your comments. You've got a game to play, mate. I believe you're on the bench. He's on the bench, isn't he? You're on the bench, Phil. You better. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great if actually everybody was sat in watching this build up and not warming up? They're Man United team. I mean, I hope Rice and the others don't start watching Cocaine on Netflix tonight. It's addictive. That'll be up all night. The documentary, not the sniff. Well, I would imagine, to be fair, my friends, they are both very, very addictive. I don't even know what that is, but I do know the value of binge watching something on Netflix and how it can keep you up. And in fact, it was only, what night was it? Oh, I was up until 2 a.m. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, and I was knackered. I'd take my daughter to school the next day. Absolutely knackered. That'd teach me. I'm too old to binge watch anything. He is not playing today. Ronaldo is not playing today. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Lee is saying 2-1 to the mighty Hammers, which would be really, really good. This is, yeah. Well, hold on. Where's that gone? Hopefully we're not on Valium tonight. Yes, yeah, we're there. And that's obviously a reference to the cocaine binge watching thingamajiggy. Right. Anyway, what have we got here? You just called it. West Ham's win on bench. David might have benched to score. Oh, bosh. And a header. Seaside hammer. I think if David Martin did come off the bench to score, that'd be the story to end all stories, wouldn't it? I think so. Gerardo, thank you. I've got that right. I've said that right. I think I have. Thank you very much. €2 said we are taking Rice and Jesse's runs. And look, absolutely. You know what? Well done. Well done. And thank you very much. Hold on. Where are you? What were you? Oh, Fear the Walking Dead. Rice Mushroom Man. It's good. The names are good. Yeah, Fear the Walking Dead. Do you know what the funny thing is? I wasn't sure it was sorry, beg your pardon. I wasn't sure it was worthy of binge watching. To be fair, but it was okay. It was okay. I got a little bit bored of the full official Walking Dead, if you know what I mean. So I've gone with a Fear the Walking Dead. There's another teeny Walking Dead, like a teenager, but they're all a bit. They're all young and they're too young. It's too young for me. I don't know. Do you know what? If I want to see an older person getting eaten by a zombie is my point really on that. And careful what you wish for, because it might happen. Probably won't happen, will it? Let's be perfectly honest. Gerardo says he's glad Antonio ain't playing. Me too, mate. Me too. Absolutely. If you did miss it, if you're wondering why everyone's typing Lingard, doesn't matter. That's the phrase you have to type in to win the prize fund for the bet if the bet comes in. What's all this? 9-0 to United. Areolas gets sent off. Randolph sent home due to COVID complications. Noble in goal. I like it. The more particular, the better. The better. And I love you too, Danny. Hold on. Who's watching the Vikings? Is that the same one that... There was another one that used to be on the History Channel. Is that the same one, Major? I don't... Mr. Collingwood, why the... I like that. Oh, but it's the PM, Preston manager. Sorry, I'm not that bright really. 3-1. Oh, tears. That's 3-1. Of course, he's put it the right way round. Manchester United 3. Manchester United 3. West Ham United 1. It's dubbed, isn't it? Isn't Narcos dubbed? I can't do the dubbed. I can't do the dubbed at all, and I can't do the subtitles because subtitles just make me fall asleep, quite frankly. Right, so if you're late to the party, let's see if you obviously joined. Areola, Fredericks, Johnson, Diop, Dawson, Masuaku, Crown, Noble, Lenzini, Yarmolenko, and Bowen. We're not sure the composition of the team. We think it might be 3 centre halves. The bench is not particularly strong. The real headline, I think, here is that Rice, Souček, and Antonio are not even featured on the bench. And if we've got any sense, if Moyes has got any sense, they haven't travelled at all. I think that's really, really important. Hold on, so I'll leave that up there so I don't forget. This is really, so the Man United team is strong. The Man United team has Henderson, Dalot, Lindelof, Bailey, Tellez. In fact, if they're weak anyway, it's possibly at the back. Do we have the strength to exploit it? I don't know. Matic, Van der Beek, Sancho, Lingard, Mata, and Martial in their front three are very naughty, it has to be said. I'll tell you what is interesting is that he's rested Zuma as well. It's funny because you look at the team, you look at the squad, and I think the suggestion is that West Ham have got a weak squad, and you look at it, and I've sort of bought into that. I thought you have. Actually, he has got almost 2 separate lineups out there. Where we're weak is obviously the striker, and obviously that's something that wasn't addressed and been spoken about loads. Realistically, it has to work. I don't so much mind if it doesn't work in this one, because I'm not sure how seriously he's taking this, but when I say it has to work, I mean when we replace Antonio, that's really pivotal, really crucial that we replace Antonio well. But whoever plays in that striking role, it's bloody important that it works. I don't know if it's going to be Bowen. This is really, really difficult. I'm almost tempted to suggest, bearing in mind he's picked that team, that Yarmolenko goes up front, because he can't he's not going to be able to put in a shift and help out Fredericks. But maybe there is no helping out Fredericks. If there's wing backs, maybe he's not asking him to do that. So maybe, can we win this? I'm I'd love to win this game. I've changed. I started the week not that bothered. Now we're here. Now we are nearly half an hour before the game itself. I'm thinking I quite fancy this. I really do want to win this game. This would be really good to win this one. Can we? Our team is weak, far weaker than theirs. Can we spring a surprise? I would hope so. Oliver, I left that up there to remind me. I'm glad I did because I would have forgotten. Yes, I have. It's brilliant, but not the film. That's crap. But the series is excellent. Excellent. Oh, hello, James. This is the sort of mood I'm. Oh, listen. Hold on a second. You can do what you want. You, you, you can do what you want. You change your score. Nothing's set in stone here. What you can't do, what you most definitely can't do, is change the phrase Lingard doesn't matter. Because if you want to be in with a chance of winning £1,250 and 25 pence, if the most ridiculously unlikely things happen in this football game, then you've got to have typed that. That much is clear. I've got to make Tony. This is good. This is good. He's a tasty little player. Always when I win a cup, even more against Manchester United. Absolutely. I can't pronounce that name, can I? I really can't pronounce that name. What's Miggsy saying, to be honest? I think this lineup would probably beat Pellegrini's West Ham. Yeah, I'm not disappointed to see the back of Pellegrini now. Well, we didn't have much fight about it, did we? Last chance for saloon for Yarm. Yes. I totally agree. That's exactly what I said on today's video on the forum channel. All right, I totally, absolutely, 100%, Gary. Hope you're well, anyway, mate. Hey, Drew, what's going on? How are you? Nice to see you. I'll see you soon. We'll catch up soon. Still got your ticket? Send us a message. We got bloody nice. We got nice fans. That's why we should win. Alas, nay. I don't even think if he was here, Hugo would have played in this game. Sorry. I've just seen this one here. Yarmo to be stretched off during the warm-up, needing oxygen mask performance of mild warm-up sprints. Yes, he does a stretch and collapses with exhaustion, which is the suggestion. What's Scott saying? Will Yarmo run more than Antonio in 3 minutes tonight? I don't know. Hey, Tone, my old mate Tone, who's just back from a lot. He's basically walked. Tony's walked pretty much the coast of Cornwall. Not tonight, over the last while. He said, I'd like to see us smash them 4-0, although I'll keep up the calendar ridiculously busy. It would also demonstrate that perhaps our squad depth isn't as featherweight as we think. Zuma Dog, Zuma Kennel is the answer to your question, James, by the way. If it's a last chance saloon, is it wear leather chaps and 6 shooter? Yeah, absolutely. I like that. We got a sort of spaghetti western reference there. Oh, you can't see it. I was gonna show you my poster, but it's hidden behind the game machine. The squad is good. Our first 2 years ago, I feel it was part of them. We would have been well up for it. Shows how far we've come, says Callum. He loves it. He does love it. He absolutely. Sorry. It's just the type of stuff I like. I heard Yarmolenko need to sit down after we're going to go to the dressing rooms. It's a long way at Old Trafford, to be fair. And mind you, a long way at London Stadium, isn't it? What are the ridiculous things that need to happen before I bother typing that link? Always late, me. Okay, Johnny. Let me try, mate. Let me try. West Ham to win on penalties. Johnson scores. Lingard scores. Bailey gets a card. Dawson gets a card. Both teams 9+ corners combined wins £1,250 and 25 pence. I'm astounded that I've remembered that 3 times. I mean, it's so preposterous. It just sticks in my memory. So if you type the phrase Lingard doesn't matter. I do like the cynical can't be asked nature of that. So what ridiculous, basically Johnny saying, what ridiculous stuff have I got to do to make this unlikely event happen? And so as I mean, I like that. Oh, what's this? David Moyes to try and through half time. Yeah, yeah. Do you reckon he? I don't know. I don't know if he'd go for the point. He's a very proud Scotsman. I reckon he does. Do you reckon? Like I got a Polish mate, right? There's around the corner, and he has to go into like the town, the next town along. He has to go there, right, to go to the Polish shop, right? He can't just buy a sausage. You got to buy a Polish sausage. You can't just buy all. And there's stuff that's exactly the same, but he's got to go to the Polish shop, which is fine, right? I wonder if David Moyes goes to the Scottish shop. He comes out of his flat in Canary Wharf and he goes to do you know what I mean? I'll need go to Marks and Spencer, so good to Jocko McJokes. I don't know what Londis. McLondis. That's what he does. Anyway, I'm going absolutely mad. Come and help me, Charlie, will you? For goodness sake, I'm going mad.
What was that accent, bruv? What?
I was thinking I can't hear him.
What was that accent? I've been saying it before. Good accent. Good accent is what I was just saying.
All right, now, Charlie boy.
Definitely what I was just saying.
What were you saying?
Was that it was a really good accent. That's what I was saying now.
Hey, you watch your step. Right?
Sure, why not?
A score prediction. I probably think Man United will win 3-0. But my inner David Moyes is saying 2-0 to the mighty Hammers.
See, this is what happens when you encourage Gonzo in any way, shape, or form. This just doesn't stop. It's just continuous.
It's true. It's true. It's really true. It's really childish, isn't it?
Really, 3-0? You reckon? What's your head? What's your head and what's your heart saying? Not Braveheart. Before you go there, it's not. You're not Tom Down. We don't need that. But just what's your head and your heart saying?
I don't think we can win. The team is too strong. But the bit of Braveheart in me as the English converging.
Shouldn't have said anything.
Hadrian's Wall.
Shouldn't have said anything.
We must repel the invasion. Something like that. I don't know. I don't really know what to say, Charlie. I really hope we win. I'm more excited than I was when we spoke yesterday.
Fair.
I'm up for it now. I wasn't bothered yesterday. Sorry, people are asking for accents now, Charlie.
I know. I can see. What I'm doing is I've got the mouse currently hovered over the chat, just in case you do try to bring one up to start. I can click off it quickly just to end the.
You can basically, Charlie can. You know that room 101.
Yes.
Basically, Charlie can ditch me straight away and just eject me from the live stream.
Yeah.
So there'll be no Czech accent today.
That or the the bit of the Graham Norton show when they have guests, when they have the audience come up and I can just pull a lever and you just go flying backwards, like that sort of thing.
Give the lad a chance. Let him speak. Let him tell his story. Don't dump him in the off the sofa, the chair, too quickly.
My mum once went to see that show live, and she went, "Oh, I felt really guilty. He barely spoke."
Yeah, I agree with your mum. I totally agree. Yeah,
I think it's very fair. But yeah.
Major's in great form today. I love that. I do like that. I do like that. Listen, Gio will not be offended. Gio would be surprised if I didn't do it. If it had taken that sort of turn. And
depressingly true.
Yeah, Gio would. If Gio hadn't watched this, you would have said to Gio, "Oh, by the way, Gonzo started doing a Scottish accent during the stream." He'd say, "Yeah." Of course he'd
be like, "Yeah, but that sounds about right."
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, if you've got you in on that bet?
I mean, it's a long shot, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you've got to go for the Hail Mary. You do. Because imagine if you win. That's the point, isn't it?
I have imagined it. We've all imagined it. Everybody in there. This is why Matt has said Matter doesn't. He's done it the other way around. It's cheeky. I'd still allow that, to be fair. But that's why he's in on it, because in his mind, Matt is already spending £1,250.25.
Yeah. I mean, look, this is why I don't bet, because I just imagine what would happen if I win. I don't actually think whether or not it's possible. You know what I mean? But that's the beauty of the system, Gonzo. All you have to do is put Lingard doesn't matter, and then all of a sudden you could win it with zero risk to your own bank balance. There's no risk involved whatsoever for people in the live chat. That's the beauty of the system. It's the one bet. It's the one place where you can make a bet and you're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't even have to make the bet.
Exactly.
It's my 50 pence. I'm gambling on your behalf, or whatever it was, 30, 25, whatever bloody hell it was. I don't know, 25 pence, whatever it was. Actually, 50 is a bit steep for me. Let's be fair. I would never perform such an extravagance. Anyway, Charlie. So earlier on, I went to Tesco.
Okay.
I was loading up with pot noodles, bread, and iron brew in a trolley, and accidentally, I wheeled the trolley over someone's toe, and she said, "I'm going to sue you," like that. Okay. You don't, perchance, know of any solicitors, do you?
I don't know of solicitors, but I do know of an accountancy firm. And they are Stuart Morris accountants. Do they do it? I don't know. Would they if you ask politely? Maybe. Screwed
it up.
Maybe. But I tell you what they could do for you, Gonzo, is they'd be able to tell you just how much money you're going to owe the woman for running her over her toe. I tell you what they could do. They could do that.
I'm so sorry. I can't believe I've done it. I'm embarrassed.
They could do that. They could do that. They could tell you exactly how much you'd owe them. But when it comes to solicitor, I don't know. Maybe they have a solicitor. Maybe Stuart Morris Accountants has a solicitor on hand. I don't know. Do you know? I actually spoke to the head man at that firm today on the phone. Right, I did. And we spoke on the phone today. And I know, I know full well. Why did I say solicitor? I don't even know what my brain. Oh, I'm such a knob. Oh, brilliant, excellent. Well, you took a swing, you tried, and I. sometimes you got to swing and a miss. Sometimes you got to swing and a miss. Well, enjoy the match.
You too. See you later.
Enjoy the match. Don't bring any accountants for your solicitor advice. It'd be a bad shout. Maybe just look up L in the yellow pages. Go to lawyers or something. Just stay away from A. Not good.
See you later.
Thank you very much, Gonzo, and specifically thank you to finance experts, Stuart Morris Accountants. You're accounting professionals. You need personal finance. You need business finance. They've got you. They can help you out. They can do it all. So thank you very much to them for bringing us the stream once more. They are with us because a West Ham fan hooked us up. So thank you very much to them. And thank you very much to all of you. Hello, everybody. How are we all? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all good. I hope you all, if you're needing it, contacting the right business professionals and not, completely the wrong profession. Ringing the police when you've stubbed your toe. I don't know. These are all problems. I hope you're all well. Now, last week, if you were on the watch along, we were talking about timers. We were talking about all of that. And the wonderful Jersey boy who was in the chat said, "No, Charlie, this thing happens," and DMs me. So guess what, people? We have Stuart Morris and we have the timer. We have a timer today, everyone. All of a sudden, we have control over what we want the stream to look like. So if there's stuff we need to talk about, if there's stuff we need to get into, we could do stuff. We could do all that amazing stuff. But hello, everyone. I'm very excited about the fact we can do stuff like this now. All of a sudden, I've got many options about how I want this stream to look. Good to see you, Bobby, Stevie C, and Charlie. We trust Ish. Yeah, probably Ish. Especially after the video I did earlier. Probably Ish. Do you know what I mean? Once again, the English language trip gone up. It happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. But let's talk about those lineups, shall we? Just in case you haven't seen them, here they are. We have I thought I'd bring them up on Who Scored, just because that way we can actually see sort of what they look like. And we could discuss what way we think the West Ham lineup's going to be, because it's interesting. But we'll start with the home team. Man United lineup as such: Henderson, Tellez, Bailly, Lindelof, Dalot, Beak, Donny van der Beek, Matic, Mata, Lingard, Martial, and Jadon Sancho versus West Ham's lineup. And this is where I'm interested to see how you think this whole defensive system is going to end up working out, because it could be like this. You could see Masuaku and Frederick flipping. There's a couple of different things. But Areola in goal, Johnson, Dawson, Diop, Fredericks, Masuaku, Noble, Krau, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, and Jared Bowen. Now, I'm very interested to see how you lot think that's going to line up. I think Who Scored have put together an interesting way of looking at it. I would say maybe Ryan Fredericks could possibly go in these sort of roles, and Masuaku maybe drop back, but maybe Masuaku is there. Maybe you swap Johnson and Frederick around. Maybe we're playing 5 at the back. These are all options. These are all options, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm interested to see how you feel. But we'll get deeper into that as we go. The first thing to ask, and the important thing to ask, where are you watching from? I'm watching from, it's getting late now, is what I've noticed, because we're getting closer to winter. It's almost Halloween and all that. So I'm watching from a dark, sort of dusky North London. Where are you all? Let me know where you are and how you are. Hope you're all well. I reckon 5 at the back with Johnson playing a more deeper role, says Matthew. I think that's a shout. That's a shout. We could have that. I mean, that makes sense, right? Johnson maybe playing as a centre back. You maybe have Masuaku and Fredericks on either side. They are the better going forward, so that would make sense. That makes some sense. Definitely wouldn't surprise me to see. Although, would Johnson play centre back? I don't know. It's something Ray spoke about on Two Spanners, One Hamady, the Patreon exclusive Hamish Chat podcast, which you can watch, of course. Ray once mentioned that to me, saying maybe putting Johnson at centre back was an option. I don't know. It's a thing to look into. It's a thing to look into. Noble to score and booked. Dawson and be booked. Dawson to be booked. Both score. West Ham to qualify. House Cody. That's a bold play. I mean, I'm excited to see. Noble. Anyway, Migsy's watching from LA. Yo. Out in the City of Angels, as it was. Bristol, big up the ends. Big up Temple Meads, excellent station. Great show all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Thank you, Carl. Mate, good to see you. Good to have you. Hope it's all going well over there. What else we got? We got Melbourne, Australia. We got Arvada, Colorado. If I pronounced that right, David, I hope I have. Palmer says Migsy's he's all over the shop. You'd love to see it. Malta says Darren Clarkson. Solid flags do not have. Lingard doesn't matter. Sam wants Waterson and get involved, of course, with the bet from earlier. Put Lingard doesn't matter to enter into that for your chance to win big money. House is watching from Liverpool. Up, shout out if you see Ray, tell him hello. Wes Cook, Texas, a very rainy Trinidad today. Sad to see, Matthew. Sad to see Ireland, Norway. Very windy Cumbria. In my head, Cumbria is always windy. I could be wrong about that, but that's just always the way I felt. Cumbria is always windy. Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah, the home of the guitar. Salisbury, Maryland. 2:30 a.m. in Taiwan. Andy, who are you? Me staying up that late? Jesus Christ. Hope you can survive through the match. Because it's going to be a long one. Essex, Norfolk, Ireland, very sunny South End on Sea, Corringham, the Czech Republic, says Tian Thomas. Yo, love that. Chadwell Heath. What do you think the new CB Big E? Look, Big E Langston's a beautiful man. We can get into that another time, but I love Big E Langston with all of my heart. Essex, baby. Moyes ready at Easter Kraken. This is interesting. That's a good point. We haven't touched on that yet. I'm hyped. I'm hyped in the idea of flipping Krau playing today. I don't know why I'm so excited. I would have put Souček alongside him, like I said in the preview, to sort of ease him in a little bit. However, just getting to see him at all is very exciting for me personally. What else are we saying? South London, equally as exotic as all of the other places. Unless you're in Croydon, then I'm sorry. I've never even been to Croydon. Do you know what I mean? I applied for a job in Croydon once. They rejected me. Newcastle, Australia. Good to see. From a not so exotic Wiltshire, Mrs. and Manx are always an interesting game. I know that feeling very well. I have people in my immediate family who are Manchester United fans, so it's always a thing. Vietnam, says Fan Nguyen. Nguyen. I know how to pronounce Nguyen, but Hati, I don't know. I'm going to have to back out on that one. Vietnam, nice to see you. Welcome. Somaliland, flipping hell. Sunny Chadwell Heath, you got it, Charlie. Thank you. I mean, I'm usually I'm completely wrong. So it's glad to know that I know where the guitar comes from. The London Stadium is empty, says Tim. Tim, I've got some bad news, mate. You're gonna have to drive pretty flipping quick to get there on time because it's not there. I met a French man once, says Adam, and said, "Do you have a video game console?" And he replied, "Oui." I like that. That's very much my speed. It's very much my speed. Cumbria is usually windy at the coast where I am. Fair. The coast would make it doubly windy. I did geography at GCSE. I got a C, so I know these things. You know what I mean? I know these things. Belgium, Dorset, yeah, nice. Belgium, yeah. How did I move over that so quickly? Belgium. Ben Fleet, 1 a.m. here in Hanoi, Vietnam, says Paul. I know how to pronounce Hanoi. Another early one. Flipping hell. Good luck. I'm excited to see what Crow has to offer. I definitely am agreeing with that. New Zealand, says David Hall. Would love to go there. That's nice. Just jealous, very jealous of you, David. Tenerife and House, see Sunday Charlie for the podcast. Yes, Michael. If I didn't know it was you, Michael, but I would like two Spanners, one Hammer, everyone. A Patreon exclusive West Ham United flipping Hammers Chat podcast. Michael's going to be the guest on it. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Are you going to be in Tenerife then as well? Because if so, we're going to have conversations about Tenerife probably. Ray will probably be very excited about that fact. But I'm looking forward to seeing you. Worcester, the home of sauce and not much else. Fair. I've never been to Worcester either. Coordinate that bad. Just wear a vest and be carrying your. Yeah, they've got trams though. They've got trams, which is always very exciting. I once went to a game shop and asked to use the toilet. They asked if I was having a crap. I said no, just want a wee. There's lots of good wee jokes in the chat. It's like 2007 all over again. Did you ease up? Yes, I have had to ease up. I haven't got any on me anymore because of what the doctor has said. It wasn't just oranges, to be fair. It was a list of foods which were like, you probably need to lay off that for a bit because of your stomach, because I do have stomach problems. I have to take tablets every day. And they were like, just lay off these specific foods. And that was one of them. So I'm like, I should probably stop shoving them in my mouth. Honestly, but still. Noble's got a winner tonight to redeem himself. All right, so let's get on to talking about that, shall we? Let's get on to talking about the match when there's just a heck of a lot of... I will ask this, though. What did the fish say when he swam into a wall? Damn, yes. What do you call a fish with no wings? A walk? Yes. What do you call a fly with no wings? Sorry, not a fish. I was thinking about fish, but yes. Yes, we're here. Dad jokes all day. Clips, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Indian Head, Canada. Love to see it. Right, so let's talk about it. I'll tell you what, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least confident possible, 10 being the most confident possible, how confident are you today of a result? Let me know. Let's see how confident the chat are feeling. I'll say this, right, when we're talking about what we're talking about, while we're getting on with that. This team, I'm actually kind of interested in it. I'm actually kind of thinking it's all right, you know. Like, their team isn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. There's obviously some big talent in there. Tellez is obviously very good. Van der Beek is obviously very good, although he's never fully hit it going at Manchester United. Matt's great on his day, but he's obviously aging. And that front three is obviously pretty flipping good. But it's not as... Now I look at it in its totality, it's not as scary as I thought it would be. You know, it's not terrifying. However, when I look at our side, it's a hodgepodge, and it certainly doesn't fill me with confidence. But I have faith that at least a lot of it is going to work. I'm a bit concerned about Noble Crowell. Don't know how that's going to happen. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Dawson Diop is an interesting centre-back combination. If we're playing Johnson, it ends up being as a third centre-back again. That's going to be interesting. But I'm a little bit more confident in terms of the head-to-head of the two sides than I was the head-to-head. You know, I'm not instantly thinking it's going to be a complete and utter travesty like I was. So we'll see. I'll stick in with my score prediction. I did say it would go to extra time, which I was informed in the comments, I think, by Tim. Tim, if you're watching, thank you very much. Of saying that it can't go to extra time, it just goes to pens. So I will stick with 1-1. But on pens, I'm more confident than I was before, to be honest with you. 3, 7, 6, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Matter is scoring 2 today, says top man. I mean, you know. The Broomfields head says 3, heart says 10. Yes. Listen to the heart. Listen to the heart. Time to move on from Noble. He shouldn't have started. Queasy is how I've chosen to pronounce your name. Or is it Quizzy? It's probably Quizzy, isn't it? That's harsh, but I understand where you're coming from. But definitely harsh. Definitely harsh in my opinion. I would be up for it. Brooks is asking if there's any good streaming sites. Listen, Brooks, I've got something to tell you about, right? And it's called Discord. If you click on it in the link in the description below, click that, join that. There will be stream links in there for the game. And for every game, every time we do a watch along right here, there is a place over there in the Discord where you can click on them and find it. Because today, of course, if you're in the UK, it's in Sky Sports main event. I think it's on main event, but not Sky Sports Premier League, for example. So if you're in UK, maybe that's something you'd be interested in. I got into a fight once. I'm pre-reading a lot of these just in case, but I got into a fight once with 1, 5, 7, and 9. You could say the odds were against me. Good. It's good. As someone who's like big into like Tim Vine level comedy, I'm here for it. I'm very here for it. Chuck, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're all good. Hope you're well. I saw your second comment, by the way. Next time I'm on the boats, if you're around, we'll definitely catch up then. And if you do ever want to come on the show, if you do ever want to come to Spanish, you are more than welcome to. I'm just a message away, and the schedule would be cleared. The schedule would be cleared for you. Masuaku will be playing as a winger. Johnson will be playing as a left back. Potentially, I'm sort of thinking maybe that's what's going to happen as well. Daniel, that's kind of where my head's at. Crowell needs to come in alongside Souček or Rice, not Noble. Yeah, I strongly agree with that. That's sort of where I was feeling. Again, I thought Souček was the best option just because they already have a partnership from the Czech Republic, so it makes sense to have someone he knows as well as possible in that role. But we've gone for the full rotation, so I kind of get what's gone on, but we've gone for the full rotation. Would love to see Coventry play his game if he hadn't already moved, says Matthew. 100% agree. 100% agree. Ray Boreham. Yes. 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 Hey, Ray. You all right, mate? How are you? Hope you're well. Would love Noble to fit in the Carabao Cup as he send off, but I'm not bothered if we're beaten today, to be honest. That's kind of this is one thing I'll say. This is the last question I want to ask before we get to score predictions, because we're about 5 minutes away from kickoff. So this is the last question I want to ask before we get to kickoff. Here is, on a scale of 1 to 10. Let's say West Ham unfortunately lose tonight. Okay, doesn't matter how bad, just the idea of us losing. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not bothered at all, 10 being I'm going to be furious, how frustrated would you be tonight? What would your feelings be tonight if we lost in the Carabao Cup tonight? Because the shifting priorities thing is the thing that's most interesting to me about today. Usually we're all up for cups. Usually as West Ham, we are cup people. You know what I mean? Usually we are dying to watch a cup, to win a cup. But given we have the Europa League, given everything else, I feel like most of the time it's sort of on the wane a little bit today. It's on the wane a little bit. So I'm interested to see how much everyone would be feeling about that. Because for me, I would still be frustrated. I want to see. I'm one of those people who's like go into every game looking for the win every single time, no matter what. So I would still be frustrated, but it wouldn't be the end of the world sort of thing. I'd probably sit around a 5. Maybe probably sit around a 5. I should also say hello, everyone. If you're only here for the build-up and you're off to watch the game, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're all good. I hope you come back at half-time, because we'll still be live. The watch-along goes from now all the way through till full-time. I'll be live the entire time, half-time, and then at full-time just a little bit after, until Gonzo gets ready for his review, his live review, of which we'll put the link in the chat so you can all head off and watch that. And hopefully we can all experience a grand old time together. Let's have a look at some of these numbers, because there is a lot flying in. We'll start with Ray. Ray's on 1, Major's on 5, 5, 3, 2, 1. Honestly, like a 2, 6, 5, 6, 1, 5, depending on the merit of the loss. That's a fair point, Jordan. That's actually a fair point. I probably should have spoken about that a little bit. 3, 5 as it's United. Fair. Rather focus on Europa, as we might not have that opportunity for a while. And I guess that's kind of what people are talking about. If it was lower league, 8, yeah, that's very fair, Major. That's very fair. Would rather Europa League than League Cup. 5, torn, says the Bloomfields. My wife told me to stop impersonating Flamingo. I had to put my foot down. It's fuming, mate. You've had a mare. Just keep it up, keep it standing. You know. Would you call a man with Roberto? But seriously, if we lose and beat Leeds, I'll win next Europa League match. I'll be over the moon. I think that's fair as well. Daniel saying 3. It's a free hit game, says James. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to E20 Zone TV already, your boy James Fever, go check him out. He knows his stuff, does James? He knows his stuff. Okay, that's fair. I think we're all over the shop. On the lesser side of caring, it looks like, sort of from the numbers there, but certainly not. There's not rage induced. It's not rage induced, and probably Manchester United, and like you say, the who was it who said it? Let me have a look. Jordan said it depends on the merit of the loss. Exactly. If we play well, then I'll take it. I'll take it on the chin. But if we don't, Charlie, did you hear about the constipated mathematician he walked? Oh, can you imagine how horrendous that would be? I want Diop to have a great game, start pushing himself. So do I. I mean, Diop and Dawson is an interesting centre-back combination. When you're looking at it and you're saying, let's say they are playing two at the back, that is very interesting to me, and they are going to have a lot to do. A lot to do. Martial, Lingard coming in, Sancho is going to be sort of in and around these areas quite a lot of time, sometimes coming in to link up 1-2s and stuff. He's a bit like Eden Hazard in that sense. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be interesting, but I think this is a great opportunity for Diop to step up, like you say. And to be honest with you, I think he can. I definitely think he can. And I'm hoping he does, because like we've said many times on Two Spanners, One Hammer, the Hammers Chat Patreon exclusive podcast, the Patreon exclusive podcast made just for you. It's a thing where if he plays well and he comes in and he does well, then we're going to get more money from him. So it's worth it, right? It's definitely worth it. Hope Ariola has a good game. Again, another. I hadn't even thought about Ariola. There's a lot of good stuff in this team. I'm excited to see. I can't lie. A lot of good stuff in this team. I'm excited to see. No worries, mate. No worries. I'll be on soon. Next week, because I've still got this project going on, so probably next week at this point. But I'm still up for coming on. Watch the game and listen to the watch along. It's the best way. Exactly, Chuck. Exactly. Chuck knows, man. Chuck knows. It's the two-screen experience. Right. We are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff now. Like literally barely any whatsoever. So this is the time I ask. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time I ask for your score predictions. I will stick with what I said on the preview, yesterday. I'll stick with my 1-1, and then it will go to penalties. But I'm flipping the script. I'm saying West Ham win on penalties. I thought if it went to extra time, it's Manchester United's. But now I know it doesn't go to extra time. I'm backing the boys. 1-1. And then an extra a penalty win for West Ham United. How else we think? Golf Pro for a start. Good to see you, my friend. Discord should have one. I haven't checked today, but Discord should have one. If you're not already joined, click the link in the description below. Click join Discord. Get involved. It's free to join. Lovely people over there to talk West Ham with. But there's a bit called Streamlinks, and it should have exactly what you're looking for. The Discord link should be in the Discord. It should be in the description. But I'm not going to lie to you. YouTube is sort of broken today. I've been having massive problems with it. Trying to get this stream set up was an absolute nightmare when Gonzo was already on. So if that exists, that is a problem. So we'll fight it through. We'll fight through together. But it should be below. Outside of that, we are about to kick off. I'm currently trying to find my thing as well. If you're like, oh, Charlie's saying Charlie's not talking about match, there's a reason. We'll get there together, people. We'll get there together. Let's have a look at some of these score predictions though while we're there. Ray says 2-1. I'm assuming you mean to Manchester United given the way round, but maybe you mean West Ham. Who knows? 2-1, 0-0 winner. Noble scores the winner. Would love to see it. You can't act like you wouldn't. 2-1, 5-1, 0-0, 3-2, 1-0 Lingard own goal West Ham win. It would be kind of beautiful and horrendous in its own right. You can't lie. I'm going 1-1, but we'll be dominated and we will win in extra time. I'm assuming you mean pens because again there is no extra time today. That is one thing I did find out and I'm very happy about is there is no extra time. So good times, but yes, fair. 4-0. Maswell could do Victor Obinna, set them all up. Mixie, you know I love a good Victor Obinna reference, so I'm here for that. 2-1 to the Mighty Hammers, 3-4 to West Ham. Big revenge is looming. 3-1. How many oranges have you got? I've got none. No oranges. The doctor told me to lay off. Ray, I went to the doctors. I've got these stomach problems, and the doctor was like, "Listen, you can't. Here's a list of food where you should probably, if you're not, just lay off them because it will help your stomach." And one of them was oranges. I was very sad. Also, I was like, yeah, understandable why I've got such a problem. And I do just shove them in my mouth with with absolutely no regard for my own safety. It is not on ITV or BBC, Jordan Lane. It is on Sky Sports. Foshizi is here. Fo, good to see you. I hope you're well. Hope you're all good. And 1-0 to Man United. Good to see you consistent, mate. Good to see you consistent. I'm Still trying to load up the Discord. I'm having a big old problem. Big old problem today. So I'll tell you what. Let me just test if this works. It should work. But let me just test it. Is it going to work? Oh, it works. You love to see it. I'll just leave it running. Let's do this. Will this work for me? This would be really useful for your boy. Channel on TV. It is on Sky Sports. I think it's on Sky Sports Main Event, I believe. It would have to be checked by someone, but I believe it's on Sky Sports Main Event. I did look before and realized it's not something I had access to, unfortunately. So Sky Sports is what I believe it to be on. Let's get rid of that. Let's move this. Let's fix this. What I need to do now is fix the timer. So that's correct, ladies and gentlemen. We have kicked off. The timer will be in sync in a second. Let's make this 1 minute 10. That gives me a bit of wiggle room there. We are underway, of course, at Old Trafford. It is Manchester United versus West Ham United in the Carabao Cup. Revenge on the cards for West Ham United. Redemption on the cards for Mark Noble. And glory, potentially, on the cards for West Ham in general. I mean, and a lot of good opportunities for people who don't necessarily start every single game for West Ham to get in and around. Maybe get a starting berth. Looking at you, Ariola. If you're reaching your TV, you should pick up that channel, mate. It's a free channel. Okay, mate. TV, yeah. Yes. TV, yes. Yes, definitely TV. Here we go. We'll see where we're at. My timer is now off and ready. There you go. You want it in sync. It's in sync, baby. It's in sync. We moving. And now we're all here. Now it's just the people who stick around for the watch along. Oh, it's a good opportunity. Bowen's in the area. He hits it just wide. A little bit unfortunate. But it's just we're building up. We're moving into it. We're moving through the cogs here, moving through. It's played forward to Yarmolenko, who, to be fair, does pretty well to get there. If people want to diss Yarmolenko, he does flipping well there. Pulls it into Bowen in a good position, who can't quite get it out of his feet quick enough to find a nice shot, and unfortunately puts it just wide. As I was saying, now it's you lot. Now it's the watch-along people, the people who are here for the watch-along, and not just the build-up. I love those people. Don't get me wrong. Those people are good people, great people. But you lot are the people who can answer this question. Now I have the ability to do things, thanks to Jersey Boy. Again, Jersey Boy, if you hear this, if you're seeing this, thank you very much. Now I have the ability to do extra stuff on the screen. Is there anything you want? You know, we've got the timer working now. You know, we've got the score thing. We've got the timer working now. Is there anything you would want on the screen? Obviously, the match cannot be shown because copyright would come and kill me. But is there anything you think it would be beneficial to the stream? Let me know, because I'm sort of working my way back into it. So, for example, RN42 who says, "Can we see?" We cannot. No. The Premier League will come and murder us. But check the Discord, as Fo says. Skadoosh. Link in the description below. Go and have a gander. It'll be there. If we win tonight, I'm going to have moments notice. Fair. Outpaced by Yarmolenko, not something I expected to hear tonight. Again, very true, very fair. I think you've got the players laid out wrong. If we go for a back four, I believe Yarmolenko will be up top with Bone. If you see it right, yeah, we'll see how it plays out a little bit. I'm interested to see how that goes, because there's a lot of interesting movements, on the cards potentially. Massa playing it in now. Manchester United trying to work their way forward, and a very, very, very disappointing cross from your boy Diego Dallo, and it bobbles out for a cross. Be like Thogden and use Sofa Core. I don't know what Sofa Core is, but I've never watched a Thogden stream somehow. I know Thogden. I see Thogden appear on lots of other things. For example, him and his dad were on Jackmate podcast. First of all, happy hour, great podcast. Secondly, it's a good episode. But I've never watched a Thogden video somehow. Sound, says Barry. Can't do that either. Honestly, the copyright people are like on it. Once there was a TV on in the background that had the football on, that wasn't even like on stream. It was just sliding in the background, and that got copyrighted. So it would just get absolutely blattered. Just get absolutely done in. Peter wants to see the ball bag of the West Ham manager. You want to see David Moyes' ball bag? Well, that's something you're gonna have to ask Dave for, mate. He is in the stream sometimes, so maybe it's worth asking him. But it is going to be something you'd have to ask him. Orange counter, it will always stay at 0 though. I could put one on. It's something I can do. Like I could do this, Fo. I can put this here and then just go, you know. But there will be none. There will be none. Otherwise, my doctor will murder me. My doctor will murder me. Player speed measurements. Listen, we all know in our heart what the answer to that one is. We all know in our heart what the answer to that one is. Ben Johnson, by the way, who's starting down the left-hand side, he's taking on Donny van der Beek, who thinks he should have won a thing, but yeah. Jersey boy, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much. Yes, I did get it working. I did. What a time to be alive. Thank you very much. And everyone, if you're happy there's a timer, thank Jersey Boy. He is the sole reason I've managed to get this to happen. So thank you very much. He's done me a huge benefit. A potato salad gift every time Souček scores. Jordan, I'm writing that down. Give me a second. Taking notes now. I've spelt potato in the worst possible way. Potato. Yeah, we got that. Okay, that's a good shout. I don't know what the channel is on TV. It's on Sky Sports. It is on Sky Sports. Future is bright. The future is orange. The future is no oranges. Unfortunately, I wish it was. Crowell hits it. Deflects wide. Deflects high and wide. Let's have a little look. So Bowen does well to keep it on, plays it into Crowell, who sort of does a step over originally for Lanzini, lays it out to Bowen, it bounces off him, then he hits it, it deflects off Bailly, and it's out for a corner. To West Ham United. Played in. No ball. Didn't work out for him that time. Manchester United fans giving Noble shtick. I've said that twice now. Noble, Bowen, out to Alex Crowell. This is nice passing. Crowell could not quite lay it in to the path of I think it was Masuaku. Didn't quite work out, unfortunately. It happens. I will remind everyone, when you see a troll, just ignore it. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Do you know what I mean? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. They will pop up and I will just say no. I'll just say no. We'll do a bit of that as well. Why not? Why not get a bit of blocking in as well? Do you know what I mean? We've got a bit of time. Why not get a bit of blocking? You know, it's just quite easy. It's quite easy. It's the thing. I don't mind a troll. That's the worst part about it. Is I genuinely don't mind a troll. It's just like I like a higher class of troll. Someone who's actually going to come in and make me think something different and not just be like, oh. Still. Fredericks does well here down the right-hand side. Does well to keep it in as well. Tries to put it across. Lanzini hits it. Goal! Goal! Yes! Fredericks did really well there. It's ended up in a goal. It's West Ham United 1, Manchester United 0. And it's Manuel Lanzini who gets the goal. Ryan Fredericks looks in pain. That's not good, but Ryan Fredericks does really well in the build-up there. Let's have a look at the goal again. Crowell lays it off to Fredericks, who just sort of looks at, who has 3 Man United players ahead of him who just allow him the space and time, to get in there. Who'd he go past? He goes past everyone. He pulls it right to the byline. He does really well. Wally, shout out your boy. And it's pulled back. It's pulled back for Ryan Fredericks. It's pulled back for Manuel Lanzini, who slots it home. And it is West Ham United 1, Manchester United 0. All those Man United fans who were chanting Noble, it's not gone well. It's not gone well, but it's 1-0. It is 1-0 to West Ham United. You love to see it. People say my stream's behind. Yeah, I'm aware. There's not much I can do right now. I'm doing my best. I'm having to mod having to mod the chat while also trying to do this at the same time. It's not going perfectly for your boy. Not going perfectly before, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But it is 1-0 to West Ham United. What a good finish. What a good finish. What a good goal. And I'll tell you what, Ryan Fredericks, yet again, showing what he can do. Ryan Fredericks showing what he can do. Let's hope this one runs a bit better. Just checking, just trying to see. My chat is like an absolute mess right now. You love to see it. You love to see it. I'm going to be even further. Thank you, Fo. Thank you. I can see you doing it as well. I'm just trying to help out. I appreciate it. Right, let me try and get this timer on time now, because the time is going to be horrendously out of time because I've had to skip back to a different thing. Let's click on this. Where are we time-wise? Fredericks is down, receiving help. Fredericks is down. Jordan Lane says he just died in his GTA rest. Now I'm lost. Don't even care. Good. I'm glad. That's the kind of energy we're looking for, Jordan. That's the kind of energy we're looking for. Fredericks is having to come off. Well, he's jogging off. He's probably going to stay on. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, this timer is super ahead of itself. That's fine. I'm even further behind than I was previously. We'll change that to this. There you go. Now that's at least accurate to what I'm looking at currently, but we're going to have to move that around. We're going to have to move that around in a second. Ariola on a roll with a geezer, riding a beamer, shot with a dealer. Man United playing the ball around on the left-hand side, while Fredericks isn't there. Trying to take a little bit advantage of that. West Ham, though. West Ham are in good defensive shape, at least in the early stages. Good defensive shape. Dalot back in towards Van der Beek in the centre. Keeping them somewhat at bay. And again, it's this like team pressing, not mad pressing, just calm team pressing that forces them just back, forces them just slightly further back and slightly further back. You love to see it. You love to see it. I mean, you genuinely do. Right, let's see if I can find. Let's see if while we got this on in the background, let's see if I can find a stream that's slightly further ahead than this, because I'm so far behind. Good opportunity for Manchester United, cleared away by Mark Noble. It's a corner. It's a corner. Right, let's go back onto this one. There was one that was slightly further ahead, but it was buffering like mad. Let's see if we can get on that. My wife said if West Ham can win, then I hope for your sake, depending on what you're vibing, I don't know what your vibes are, but I hope for your sake you get the correct one. You know what I mean? You love to see it for the boys. Oof, the streams today. The streams today are not fun. Are not fun at all. Not fun at all. Now I can't see anything. It's just where we're at today. It's just depressingly where we're at. It's just depressingly where we're at. What else could I do? Oh my God. Okay. My TV watching Sky Sports came back right as a shot went flying towards Ariola from, I think it was Mata. Did that hit the bar or did he save it? Either way, it's not in. Thank goodness for me. Thank goodness. But not quite. Not quite. It was flipping close, I'll tell you that. Look, playing back now. Let's have a look at here. Cross, just across the face of goal from Manchester United there. Not quite. Do you know what? We're just going to have to stay on this one for now. It's a bit behind, but we're going to have to stay on this one for now. We're going to have to stay watching this TV channel for now. Because there's not really much other options for me right now, unfortunately. Manchester United trying to break forward again. Can't quite manage it. It's still 1-0. Thankfully, I haven't missed too much, it seems. If you're looking for a live link for the game, look in the Discord, link in the description below. Click on it. Have a gander. Have a look. Go down. Have a grand old time. Sitting back as soon as we've scored, says James Gunn. Yeah, a little bit. It's not great. Martial's into a good position. He puts it back across the face of goal. It's close. Manchester United are pushing here. As your boy James has said there, we've been sort of under the cosh the bits I have seen since the goal. A lot of pressure from Manchester United, pushing in, really gulling for it. And Martial there trying to just dink it across goal. Dalot almost there, getting very high, very forward. Dalot. Then this was happening in the game at the weekend as well. We saw both fullbacks getting very, very high, really going as high forward as they can from Manchester United. And it's something we should maybe look into taking advantage of. And to an extent, was also something we took advantage of before. So we will. He's known as Harrison Mosiah now. Even I said nice things about him. And that's how you know it. That's how you know we're in crazy town. Moy is talking to the team now, trying to getting them back in. Played across. We're just looking at the goal here. Fredericks does so well. Fredericks, man. Wally, if you can hear this. Like, Fredericks has, like, since last season, every time he's played, he's had very injury prone time, but every time he's played really well, and you just love to see it. You really do. Like, he's getting forward in really good positions and pulling it back across the box. He's not just floating it into the area. And look, I think Koufal's a great crosser of the ball. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't even do that. You know what I mean? He properly is like creating chances, and here's another good example of him creating one. It's unfortunate he seems to have to be going off here. Yeah, I respect the name. It's significantly better than all of the others. I will say that. I will 100% say that. Like, again, the troll is still dead as fuck, but the name was good at least. Vladimir Koufal has made his way onto the pitch now for the injured Ryan Fredericks. Disappointingly, we'll see. So Matthew, we need a new right back. Yeah, probably. Fo, if you hear this, by the way, I know you probably are, but I'm just saying, just make sure to keep blocking. If you're not there, that's fine. I can keep doing it as well. It's honestly not that deep for me. I've got nothing better to do, so I can just keep doing that. But yeah, if just make sure to block instead of like timing out or anything else. And also to the person who's doing that, cheers for giving us the views. I appreciate it. It's one of the beautiful things about trolls is that they just give you views. We'll see. Look below me. Have a gander. Thank you, Fo. I do appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. I genuinely appreciate it. Manchester United playing the ball round at the back, trying to find their way forward. Can't quite at the moment. But they've definitely been the better side since we've scored. But then again, we're 1-0 up, so why does it matter? Mark Noble getting involved there to Jared Bowen, who's definitely the person who's taken up the forward role. You've got Yarmolenko, who's out on the right. You've got Jared Bowen, who's sort of the guy who's taking it down the middle, and Ben Johnson's out at left back. It seems. I'm not sure where Masuaku is. Something I've not really noticed too much. AK, I can't because we'll get copyright striked in the worst possible way. So unfortunately, I can't. I apologize. Let's see where it. See. I'm trying to see position is Crowell. I tell you what, how's everyone feeling about Crowell so far? I've been relatively impressed. I can't lie. I've been relatively impressed with Crowell. Like, I think he's starting well, and he's playing this sort of formation, right? It allowed Thomas Souček last season to get up and down very well. That was one of the things that was really good. I'm going to just do something very quickly. Okay. Just wanted to see if what was happening on that button. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. You're not inaccurate. Playing this kind of formation before, where we were sort of auxiliary 5 at the back to some extent, allowed Thomas Souček to get forward quite a lot, right? It allowed him to get in and around the goals. And so to see Crowell sort of taking up that moment is it's good to see, because he's doing well so far. And Noble, I think, is probably happy enough to allow that to happen, to be the linchpin that allows Crowell to sort of play whatever game he wants to. Noble fouling Juan Mata there. He's angry about it. I can see why. If West Ham stay 1-0 up at halftime, a streak on the pitch, get Peter. That's a bold play. It's a bold play. For some reason, I suspect you're in London as well, which again, you might need to start moving. Mata looking for Lingard now. Sancho's there. Martial, who's playing he's got a bit of the Mikel Antonio about him, in that he's just strolling out onto the left, into the wings, and it's a good opportunity. Dawson can't quite stop it. Lingard goes out for a goal kick. They were linking up well there, Manchester United. Flicks and nods from your boys Martial and Lingard, but can't quite result in anything there. But it's close. If Lingard scores again, I'll flip. Reese, I understand what you're saying. Crowd barking out orders, you go there, etc. I've been interested. Yarmo keeps putting the afterburners on. He's putting it on. I'll say this. This is something I'll say about Yarmolenko, right? I think Yarmolenko was actually better in the last game against Manchester United than most other people. I was actually relatively impressed when he came on. And so to see, I understand why people don't like Yarmolenko totally. And we had this conversation on Two Spanners about him not fitting inside the system and everything else. 100%, of course. But I do think he was a little bit better than most people gave him credit for. And I think hopefully he's carrying this on right now. You know, he's putting on the afterburners, like you say. He's making stuff happen. And you love to see it. And him and Bowen have sort of taken up a 2 up front by themselves. Bowen doing well here down the right-hand side. Tries to lay it through to Kufal. Just a little bit of a miscommunication there, unfortunately. It's fine. It is what it is. Says he's been quite disappointed because of the injuries he's had, understandably. I assume you're talking about Yarmolenko there, and I can imagine that. It's not been ideal for him by any stretch of imagination. Lanzini looking hungry tonight. He is, Jordan. He's getting in good positions. He's sort of playing. You've got a front two of Bowen and Yarmolenko, and Lanzini's the guy just behind him who's been given the sort of freedom to roam about and get into pockets of space. And I've always felt like that's probably his best role. I always think that's probably his best role, and he's showing it right now. There's a good ball down the line to Masuaku, who does exist. He's offside. I genuinely can't. What's happening with Masuaku? I can't figure out where he is. You know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. I think he's playing on the left of a front. Maybe he's playing in the hole. I can't tell. Yarmolenko does take up positions quite far on the right, so he is probably playing right wing with Bowen up front, Lanzini behind him, Masuaku on the left. That's kind of how I feel about it. Am I wrong? That's kind of how I feel about it. Let me know. Because it seems to me that what we're playing is essentially it kind of basically our usual 4-2-3-1 with Ben Johnson at left back, Masuaku playing as a sort of left winger, Crowell and Noble as the double pivot with Lanzini in the center and Yarmolenko on the right and Bowen up front. But Yarmolenko is getting in very high and advanced places. But again, that front four does tend to be quite fluid when we're playing our first choice as well. I don't know, but I really like this so far from West Ham. Don't get me wrong, we've definitely had spells where it's been a bit awkward. But for now, we're sort of in control. And again, we forced Man United back into their own box there. We're forcing Man United back into a situation where they have to pass it back to Dean Henderson. And it's looking all right, you know. We're looking okay. For it. 1-0 so far, and we're looking decent. I'm fine with that. We are looking decent. Passing the ball around at the back now, Manchester United trying to find the space forward. I'm interested to see how they move on forward. Or Manchester United, that's good play there. But it's fine. West Ham sort of snuff it out to an extent. Van der Beek from range, it would have taken something special. It would have taken something special, and that wasn't it from Donny van der Beek. But he tried. He tried. They got an opportunity on the outside of the area there, Manchester United. It lands to the feet of Donny van der Beek, who gets some disrespect because it's obviously not worked out for him at Manchester United so far. And I think it's fair to say that he definitely wasn't the choice of Ollie. But to be honest with you, I think he's a very good player. And if it does end up working out for him, it's going to be a great signing to have. And he does have the ability in those sort of areas to hit you and punish you if he wants to. But that one didn't quite work out for him. He's gone for a big swing, but he couldn't quite do it. Hit the beak of a bird with that one. Exactly. It was a bit of a wild one, Nick. It was a bit of a wild one. Do you think Manchester United will feel pressure the longer the game goes on, given our lineup it is not United's to win? Probably. I think that's probably fair. I mean, again, I think I think what's interesting for me as well in that situation is we were talking about how we might not prioritize the League Cup too highly, but at the same time, they might not prioritize the League Cup super highly. So whether or not they'll feel the pressure, or this will end up just sort of playing its way out into a boring 1-0. I mean, listen, I'll take a boring 1-0, but we'll see. That's not a bad point, Jordan, to be fair. Not a bad point at all. Because having a shy time at United, but quality player. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I like having watched him a lot at Ajax. He's so good. He's so good. You know. Thank you. Appreciate it. He is so good. And it's just not worked out for him, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you move to a club, you can be a great player, and sometimes you move to a club and it just doesn't work out, you know, the way you want it to. That's not unheard of. And it wouldn't be unheard of that, say, Van der Beek then ended up leaving Manchester United and became a great player again and playing for whoever he went to next. You know, it would not be unheard of. Manchester United getting in a good area again. They tried to cross the ball there. It goes all the way across the face of goal. Lingard hits it from range. Saved by Areola. Saved from Areola. Lingard can hit him. You can say what you want about Jesse Lingard, but the boy can hit him. He's done. He kicks the ball just outside the area, and instantly he's looking for goal. Takes a big swing, and it's just Areola gets down well to palm it wide, but it was a good shot. And you have to be careful of that with Jesse Lingard because he can strike him very well from range. Corner to Manchester United, put in, can't quite get to match. It's Krau's the one I think who headers it away. Krau's the one I think who headers it away, and it's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a goal kick. My TV skipped slightly, and so we're going to have a goal kick, which means I can also do this. Hey. Nick says Fredericks going off is really disappointing, not only for him personally, but he looked like he was going to have a great game. Yeah, I agree. And I think he's looked good every time he's played of late as well. So it's really disappointing. Hopefully his injury isn't too bad because he has had an injury hit time with West Ham, and I hope it's not too difficult for him. Martial and Lingard linking up again. Lingard taken down just on the edge of the area by Mark Noble. It's a very good position. Mark Noble is incredulous at the idea of that was being a free kick, but it is what it is. Just, yeah, you have to say it probably was. It probably was. Probably was. Sancho standing over it alongside Mata. I would be surprised if anyone but Mata hits this, by the way. One Mata is a free kick boy. He can hit him. He's a good set piece taker. Sancho is standing over it with him. So they're about 20, 25 yards away from goal-ish, probably 20 yards away from goal, you'd suspect. Not super far away from the area, but it's probably perfect range for a free kick, if we're being honest. Like this, Mata hits it, straight into the wall, and headed away by Issa Diop. Headed away from Issa Diop. It was one of those ones where it was in the right range. You know when a free kick is slightly too close to get up and over in water, and that's something they say a lot. it wasn't anywhere near that. It was just past it. It was perfect range, but the ball gets up well and gets the block anyway. Manchester United do maintain possession of the ball though, working their way down the left hand side. It's played in, cross in. I don't know how useful that's going to be for Manchester United today to try and be putting those balls in like that. When you do have Issa Diop and Dawson, who are both very big boys in and around their area, and you've got Martial as your main striker. I don't know how useful that's going to be. Mata goes down as a challenge from Noble there, and the referee just says play on, hit from range, and it's wide from Alex Telles. Yeah, I don't know how useful that crossing tactic is going to be for Manchester United today, to be honest with you. I really don't know how useful that's going to be in any way, shape, or form, because I don't think it's going to be. Like, you look at Martial, he's not really known for his heading. Lingard not known for his heading. Donny van der Beek, no. They've got no real danger men in the air. And then you're going up against Craig Dawson and Issa Diop. I don't really see it being much of a problem. We can find it out. We'll see. We'll see. What would you rate Craig Dawson, says Reese's? If we're talking out of 10, I'd probably give him a 6.5. On his day, he can be really good. But he's just a solid centre back. He's a solid centre back, no more than that. A perfect squad centre back for a club the size of West Ham. A perfect squad centre back size for a squad like West Ham, in my opinion. But he's probably a 6.5. On his day, he can be unreal, but he has got an howler or two in him. Adam asked how Areola and Krau doing. I think Areola's doing well. Areola's doing well. He's not having an unreal performance or anything as of yet, but he's having a decent enough performance. He's made some important saves. That one from Lingard, for example, got down well and just palmed it wide. He's doing decent. He's doing decent. Certainly nothing bad to say as of yet. And Krau's actually doing really well. He's getting up and down well. Probably better than Thomas Souček has this season. Despite playing what looks like the same formation as we have been playing the rest of the season. He has got forward and got back beautifully, and he's got involved well, and he's had a couple of opportunities to boot. So I'm really happy about his Carl so far as well. Really happy about his Carl so far. Madman of York, good to see you, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you're all good. In need for an orange. I know. I wish I could, man. I wish I could. If I could, I would, Matthew, but I can't, so I shan't, unfortunately. But I wish I could. I assumed 3 centre backs and wing backs. Most people did, but it does seem to be sticking to the forward back system. He does seem to have stuck with the forward back system. I mean, Arthur Masuaku's been basically anonymous tonight, but that is a bad left hand side. I can't lie. Ben Johnson at left back, which is something I don't particularly enjoy. I think he's a decent enough defender, but he can't really get forward in any really meaningful sense because he's just not left footed, and it's just not something he can do super well. And then on top of that, you're looking at Masuaku, and that's just Masuaku, right? So it's not a super strong left-hand side. And to be honest with you, Masuaku's been a bit anonymous. He's gotten into the play every so often, but he's not really done anything. I know he's got an opportunity here. He's looking to cross it. He had 2 opportunities to do it, then takes a tap forward, then decides to go for it where Dalot can just get the block. It's like, please. All the better for seeing you. Good. I'm glad. I hope you're well. I like Johnson today, not looking nervous in possession. Yeah, he's been all right today, to be fair. That's not necessary criticism of today. Just in general, I'm not super keen on him as a wing back or getting forward from left back. I'm much more happy with him at right back. But we'll see how he goes. His career has stalled a little bit over the last 6 to 12 months, to be honest. But we'll see. It's early. It's still very early. These things happen, you know. Let's have a look. You could drink orange. I do have orange juice with fizzy water. That was something I was having, and it's probably the thing I'm going to stick with. That might be something I do in future streams, is have an orange juice with fizzy water with ice, because that is something I do love, and I'm not going to drop that. I'll drop just eating the oranges, actually, but the orange juice, I'll probably do that, because that is pretty decent. Orange juice, fizzy water. If you don't know it, get involved. You're not buying the bogus product. I promise you. There's like a list. Hot curries is another one. Alcohol is another one, but I don't really eat that. I don't drink that studio, so it's not that much of an issue. There's like a whole list, and it was very much up there. What was the other one? Caffeine stuff is bad. So I've started having decaf tea. It's another thing. Milk has another one. It's a whole gaggle thing. Oh no, sorry, milk wasn't another one. I've dropped milk for a different reason. But there is a whole gaggle of stuff. Ben Johnson getting forward well here, by the way. He's charged down the left hand side. He just kept going and going and didn't decide to pass to anyone. He ends up getting muscled out by Donny van der Beek and Dalot. But he got forward well. He just needed to actually do something with it. But he's managed to recover well to stop the counter attack from Manchester United briefly. And Mark Noble gets in well. Curries, that's just blasphemy. Yeah, I know, but only the hottest ones. So Cornwall, which is the only one I eat anyway, is fine because I'm chicken. Scott's sulking. I missed it. Wait, hang on. Did I miss Scott? Where's Scott? Scott, my friend. Again, you're incredibly wrong, but good to see you. I hope you're well. You missed a Manuel Lanzini goal, my friend. A Manuel Lanzini goal. And it was a good goal as well. Ryan Fredericks got well down the right-hand side. Got forward well down the right-hand side. Takes on 3 Man United players. Beats them all. Pulls it back. Hit from Martial. Wide. Steams through 3 Manchester United defenders who were trying to stop him. Pulls the ball back. And it's beautiful. Beautiful little slide pass finish. Easy for Lanzini. Just slots it home. That's what you've missed. That and a lot of other things, but I apologize for missing you, Scott. Again, you're right, but I promise you for missing you. I didn't see it. I apologize. What I like about trolls is that they think they're smart. That's what I'll say. But yeah, no, it's only the hot ones, like super hot foods, which also is probably like super hot, like chicken wings and stuff like that. But again, I'm a chicken, as you know, so I don't eat hot foods, so it's fine. They're like, do you drink alcohol? I was like, nope. They're like, do you eat hot foods? I'm like, nope. And they're like, okay, that's fine then. Ray S is hyped about Krul. I think he's looking good so far. He's looking very good, and this is a good game to include him in. Manchester United's pass there deflects off John Moss, and he pulls it back for a drop ball. Yeah, I think he's looking really good today, and I'm hyped for that. Tuchel saying Yarmolenko's made so many stupid mistakes. I'm angry rather than happy. I disagree with you. I think he's been all right today. He's getting forward again well here. He's found the ball off Krul. Krul's pass selling him a little bit short, tries to flick it inwards. Can't quite be found. But again, I think that's one of those ones where you're trying something, it's just not on the same wavelength, but it is 2 people who've never played football together. So, or at least in a competitive game. So we'll see. Donny van der Beek stopped well by Craig Dawson there. Good defending, Craig Dawson. He's had a lot of pressure. He's had a lot of critics. He's had a lot of pressure on him right now. This is a big opportunity for Craig. And he's standing up well so far today. If we win, do you think celebrating is a good excuse to miss work tomorrow? Listen, I think any excuse is a good excuse to miss work tomorrow. Take it from someone who is incredibly lazy. Martial inside the box, playing it round. Tellez, Mata puts it in. That's a good cross. No one there, but Areola punches it away in a slightly odd way to try and lands at the feet of Dalot. Tries a couple of step overs off. Masuaku just looks at him. He tries to play it inwards, and West Ham regain possession of the ball. And Jared Bowen's done well here. Wins a throw-in. I'll take that. We've got to be offside the pitch well. So we're looking at the replay here. Martial played it out to Tellez. Mata was just by him. He plays it in. Areola ends up sort of punching it away in a very odd way. Don't know why. But Bowen plays the ball in. West Ham inside Manchester United's box here, playing it round. Lanzini, Yarmolenko finds Kufal into Bowen. It's over. If that's not a corner, I don't know what is. He's offside. Okay, he's offside. So it can't be a corner because he's offside. But my God. West Ham United playing the ball around nicely inside the box. Finding space. Yarmolenko across to Kufal there is really nice. And Soufal wasn't offside. I'm assuming they thought Bowen was offside, but Soufal just wasn't. I mean, it goes over anyway, so who cares? But close. I think we're looking all right. We're not looking too bad here. These are 2 second string sides, so we need to keep that in mind somewhat. But you look at Manchester United's second string, they've got people like Jadon Sancho, who they bought for obscene amounts of money in the side, right? So to be honest with you, like, they should be ahead here, but we're doing all right. We're holding our own. We're defending relatively well. We're forcing Man United into just crossing the ball aimlessly into the box. They're not like, that's not really a super scary thing to do right now. That's not a super dangerous thing to do. And then when we're getting forward with enough numbers. We're still playing the same system we have done for the rest of the season, which is good to see. When we saw the original lineup, I was scared it was going to be a 5 at the back to some extent, but we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're holding our own. We're holding on. Have I seen Raw? I have not seen Raw this week. I've had so little time on my hands. I've just been working nonstop. I wish I want to get back to it. Because it looked like that triple threat, for example, looked very interesting to me. So there's some stuff I want to see, but I have not seen it this year. I'm very much looking forward to a Dynamite Grand Slam tonight, because that's going to be huge. I'm going to have a video. I'm going to have a video on it, probably on ATOP Mark, if I have the time. I don't know if I will. Probably won't now say that, but I want to do one. But I'm very excited for that. I mean, flipping Danielson versus Omega. Come on now. I honestly thought we'd be behind at this point. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I mean, I think most people did. Mata playing it in, headed away from Mark Noble there, getting involved. Lingard trying to hook it forward. It deflects off Martial. West Ham clear it away all the way up to the other end of the pitch. Bailly and Dalot do well. Under a little bit of pressure, do well. Yeah, I think a lot of people were a little bit concerned about a lot of people were a bit concerned about this game and how it was going to play out. And I think there was a lot of defeatism, and that's totally understandable given what happened. But we're looking all right now. We're looking decent. We're holding them at bay. Don't get me wrong. It's not a world-class performance. Don't get me wrong. We're not coming out swashbuckling or anything, but we're doing what we need to do. We've got the goal. And at times when we've had the opportunity to, it's a very conservative performance, but at times when we've had the opportunity, we've tried to put them on it a little bit. We have created a couple of chances here and there, and obviously we've scored. So it's an all right performance so far in this first half. We've got about 5 minutes left of it. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty happy with it. We'll see how it ends up playing out further down the line, but for now. Jesse Lingard, always a little bit of a danger. He's getting into interesting positions, and he can pull off a long range shot when he wants to. That's something we've got to be careful of. Van der Beek trying to do the same thing here, drags it wide of the right hand post. How long before Noble gets a red card? 20 minutes or so, probably. 20 minutes or so. He's sliding around left, right, and center, isn't he? He's sliding around. Fast second string, especially Areola. Yeah, big time. The only criticism I have is that Areola punch that happened about 5 minutes ago, when I was like, from the mat across, where it really didn't need to be done. But outside of that, I'm very happy with him so far. Very happy with him so far. Let's have a look. I want to have a look at the stats. What are the stats saying? Let's have a cheeky gander, shall we? So you can see here, United have had 12 shots compared to R4. How many have been on target? 3 on target to 1. That's not as bad as it looks. Possession, they've obviously been much more in possession. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing super surprising from any of that. But at the same time, it's not been that bad. To be honest with you. Like, this makes, I mean, and it has been that one-sided. Don't get me wrong. It has been a lot of Man United and not West Ham. But at the same time, we're defending relatively well. So if we're defending relatively well, it's not that deep. Corners West Ham played in, headed away from Harry Maguire. Diop trying to get involved in the build-up, can't. Masuaku does well to take it around Jesse Lingard. Plays it back out wide to Mark Noble. Into Crowell. That's nice. Good link up there. Nice little link up. A second corner incoming. Our second team playing less makes me feel much better about fixture congestion. Same, Jordan. Same, to be honest with you. 100%. 100%. Noble struggling to keep up with the play. Lunging. He is definitely lunging in, Alan. We can say that. He is definitely lunging in. I think when he gets involved in the play, it's like in the build-up, I think he's doing pretty well, but he is sliding around like a bit of a lunatic. I do respect that. Fo saying 2 minutes about a time. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. We'll see it eventually. We are very compact. We're very well organized defensively. And we might be playing the 4-2-3-1 when we're going forward, but we're not doing that defensively. When we defend, we do revert to a sort of 5-4-1. Masuaku takes up a role at sort of left wing back, and Johnson tucks in slightly when we are defending. And when we're looking well organized, it is 2 banks of 5 and 4, making it very difficult for Man United to play through those lines. And again, we're forcing them into crossing positions. They're crossing it to no one. And I think I'm quite happy with that. When they're in and around the edge of the box, they're maybe a little bit too close for my liking. And there's maybe 1 or 2 spaces a bit more than I would like. But at the same time, we're doing relatively well. I haven't said that. It's a good opportunity. Sancho plays it in. Areola gets the block. And then the follow-up from Tellez is punted over the bar. A rare glimpse inwards there. Jadon Sancho just turning on the pace a little bit. 1-2 with Anthony Martial, tries to play it back, and Areola just palms it away. And then Tellez, who hits it while chasing the ball against Mark Noble, and it goes significantly high and over. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've got a minute to go here. It always confuses me when I see Man United sponsors TeamViewer of all things. No worries, dude. I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you so much, dude. Would I have been able to do without you? Almost certainly no. So thank you. I appreciate it. Manchester United playing it around at the back here. An atrocious pass. Straight out for a throw-in to West Ham United. Woody Allen, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Held up tonight, so missed your build-up. No worries, my friend. No worries. We're winning, so scenes. Scenes. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I hope you're well. Hope you're good, my bro. Hope you're good. I'm all right. I've just seen that completely out of context, but Clegg Torres with the Frey Bentos. Yes, if it's steak and kidney, we're talking big moves, Torres. We're talking big moves. First half's about to come to an end for me. I know it's come to an end for all of you, but it's about to come to an end for me. Donny van der Beek plays it in towards Mata. I tell you what, we're really well, considering this is our second string as well. We are so well drilled defensively. And there is the halftime whistle. Halftime here. And it is Manchester United 0, West Ham United 1. Lovely, lovely stuff. Cannot complain. You cannot complain whatsoever. But yeah, interesting. An interesting half there. I think West Ham are incredibly well organized. Considering this is our second string, considering this is a lot of people who don't start usually, so don't have the opportunity to really grow into the games. We look incredibly good defensively. Everyone knows what their duties are, and they're performing them relatively well. Don't get me wrong; we're not getting as many chances as any of us would like, but when we are getting forward, we're getting forward with decent numbers, and obviously we've got the win, we've got the lead at least, and that's something to be said. West Ham Unofficial, Jake, my friend, how are you? If you haven't subscribed to West Ham Unofficial already, Jake does excellent work, constant excellent work. Go get involved, go and have a gander. West Ham Unofficial, Jake. Hope you're well, my dude. How'd you feel about the game so far? Alan saying very impressed so far. The high work rate, organization seems to be consistent throughout the squad. I know, and that's the most exciting thing for me is that we are still doing really well despite the fact that this is a second string side. We still look like we actually know what we're doing. And shout out to the missus who's cooking barbecue ribs. Mate, very jealous. Noble is going to get in trouble the way he's playing. He's sliding in like a mad schizo. You are not wrong. Noble is he's up for it, let's say, because my man's going in with just wild maneuvers. Still, Yarmolenko missing, Yarmolenko non-existent. I don't know. I disagree. I think he's been all right. I think he's gotten involved at times. I think if you're looking for non-existence, you're looking at Masuaku, who's basically been a passenger. I don't know anything he's done, but I think, I think, to be honest with you, I don't think it's been too bad. I don't think Yarmolenko's been too bad. It's a difficult game for him because obviously Yarmolenko is a born attacker and he's having to sit deep and defend the entire time. So it's obviously far from the game for Yarmolenko. He's playing on the right. I don't know whether I would have preferred Bowen to play on the right and him to play up front, for example. Maybe that's something I would have been interested in. But I think Yarmolenko's been all right, to be honest with you. I think he has been all right. Ray saying he's gutted for Ryan Fredericks. Strongly agree. Ryan was looking very, very good. Ryan Fredericks was looking very, very good. And it just didn't work out for him. He got injured. He got injured in the assist. I think Fredericks has looked so good when he's played of late, especially last season and this season. I think he's been whenever he's played, he's obviously had a lot of injuries, but I think he's looked decent. It's just annoying because he offers something different to Kufau. Because Kufau, obviously Kufau is a better defender. We all know this. I don't think that needs to be mentioned, right? We know Kufau is a better defender than Ryan Fredericks. What Fredericks offers is when he goes forward, he's not crossing like Kufau. What he's doing is he's taking it to the byline and pulling it back consistently, constantly. And he does it every single time. And it creates big problems. And we saw it in the goal. And it's a shame because I think he would have had a big part to play with fixture congestion right now. And I was very confident in him playing at the moment, to be honest with you, especially against the teams who sit a bit deeper against us, especially against the teams who are only going to counterattack. Then I'm fully confident in playing Ryan Fredericks. It's a shame. It's a shame. As Valerie is saying, here he's a big loss. He's dangerous going forward with that speed. He took on 3 Man United players, didn't took it past him quite easily. Crowd getting his foot in, looks physically strong and mobile, looks decent. Exactly. Answering Alan's question, what do you think of Crowd? Seems all right defensively, but not as composed on the ball as other DMs we have. Yarmolenko seems off the pace on the side, which seems worrying. I think everyone's going to disagree with me. I think Yarmolenko was fine to an extent, and I think he was sprinting around and doing stuff that people don't say he does. So I don't know. We'll see. But the point is, I think Krauls look decent as well. I've been happy with him because basically on an internship trying to impress, apart from his poor shot, was going wide before his box. He's look okay. Early days though, yeah, early days, but certainly good signs so far. It's the Moyes magic. Even fringe players want to play for him. Sure. If we want to say that, I think I think him and the coaches have just got these players drilled incredibly well. And I think they know their roles. I think even if you're looking at someone like Yarmolenko, for example, I think Yarmo knows his role. Yarmo is staying back and getting into good positions and defensively is working in the shape he needs to. He knows what he's doing. It's just he doesn't have the lungs to get forward in a way that we want him to. But that's never been his game. He's definitely a square peg in a round hole in that sense. But even he knows what he's doing. Here we go. Areola is decent. Just need to calm down. That will come with playing more. Yeah, I think he's been all right. I think it's that one thing. It's just that big paw he had that he didn't necessarily need to do. But outside of that, he's looked decent. Ray saying, I think it's the last season we see Fredericks. I feel Ben Johnson will stay right back and then be on the market for a left back next season. Trying to decide how harsh I want to be. Not how harsh I want to be, but how honest I want to be, because I think my honesty is probably a little bit harsh. And that's that thing. I don't know how long Ben Johnson has. To be honest with you, we'll see. He's playing out of position today, so I can't really judge him. I want to see him at right back more often, and I think that's fair. I think Fredericks is doing all right at the moment, but it's difficult. As for Sheezy says, if you're liking the video, everyone hit that like button. It helps us out massively. And hey, if you're new around here, subscribe. We do watch alongs every single match day. I am live from the beginning, well, just before, half an hour before kickoff, all the way until full time. I am here, so please come back, subscribe, get involved. We'd love to see you consistently. Because it's all about the conversations, right? It's all about what we do together. It's all about the It's all about the timer is here because of you lot, right? And that's the point. We want to build something together here. So subscribe, get involved. I will be back the weekend, for example, for the match, and I'm looking forward to it. And then patreon.com/Hammers Chat is always an option. It's something you can do. You don't have to, of course. And if you were to do it, the earlier in the month you do it, the better, because then it just works out financially better for you. But hey, it's there. It exists. Ray, I might be able to send you the chat. Give me a second. YouTube's kind of broken today. And so there's a lot of moving parts. So I'll try and figure it out. I'll try and make it work. BL46 says, all right, lads. You all right? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. But yeah, Ray, I'll try and sort it out. This is not exactly our youth team. They're mostly fighting for first team. They should definitely be competing in this match before the injury. We looked good. Yeah, I think that's fair, Nick. I think that's totally fair. I think that's 100% fair. And like I said at the beginning, there's definitely positions to be won right now. There's definitely positions to be won in this side. Because we've got a lot of games going on. And so there's if someone wants to play in Europe or wants to play in whatever David Moyes deems his priority, then, you know, good performances today can go a long way. Good performance can go a long way. And like you say, we've got so many games that it gives people who wouldn't necessarily have an opportunity to impress more opportunities to impress in order to continue playing. It's good. It's good. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Let's have a look. Noble's been everywhere, says Robbie. He has. He definitely has. He's been sliding everywhere as well, but he has been everywhere. I thought he's played well. I think he's played well. Yeah, he's played well. The quadruple is still on. The quadruple is still on. Krell does the same job as Rice does. Some people can't see what Rice does either, says the Pablo. Do you know what? My concern with Krell was that he was going to come in and he wasn't going to be up to speed, and it was going to be annoying and difficult for him to try and keep up to speed because we were putting him in a bit of an awkward position. Whereas, to be honest with you, it's worked out relatively well. You know, Noble is allowing him to sort of do what he wants. Noble is being the linchpin and allowing Krell to get forward, get back, and do whatever he wants. And maybe partly why we're seeing Noble go sliding all over the shop isn't just because he's fired up, although that is probably the case as well. But it is also probably because he has to cover a lot of ground. He's having to do a lot of different things. But I'm impressed by Krell. I was scared. Without Thomas Souček, I would have been super confident, but I was scared, but it's worked out. It's worked out. As Torres is saying here, Souček needs a rest, I reckon, so Krell's perfect fit. Strongly agree. I think so far we're looking good. As the Bloomfield is saying as well, it took a while for Krell to get into the game, showing up in some promising positions in and around the box. Exactly. Niall. I apologize, probably now. Vlasic for Yarmolenko. So, people, we are at halftime. These are the subs just underneath me there. What do we need to do? Is there anything you want to change? Whereas we're coming up into the second half now, as we're receiving the build up as we speak. We're not quite ready yet. Is there anything you would change at halftime? Would you want to make any subs? Would you want to do anything? Honestly, I don't think I'd change anything right now. Obviously, like I want to see Vlasic play at some point, but Bowen playing today maybe means we'll see Vlasic in the Leeds game. But perhaps Vlasic coming on for Bowen or something to rest him so he can play for the Leeds is maybe something to be spoken about. But honestly, at this point, I'm all right with it. I'm all right with what's going on. I probably wouldn't make any changes. But how do you lot feel? No need to make any changes yet. No one wants to end Lincoln's room with some of his challenges. It's a lot. It's a lot. Scott says, sorry, personally, I think too many people boast Michael. Yeah. I don't rate Rice as highly as other people. Do either, Scott. I will say that. It's a video that we're going to do at some point down the line because I've been saying we need to sell Rice for a while. But not because he's bad, but because it's the future. But yeah, we'll maybe discuss it during that video. It's a full-length video, that not something to get into in the middle of a watch along. No change needed. No need to make any challenges yet. Ben Rama says Reese's. Why don't anyone talk about how good Arthur is? I don't think he's been bad. I just don't think he's existed in this game. Again, it's different for me watching it than it is for everyone else, because I'm watching it. I'm looking at the chat. I'm trying to mod the chat. I'm looking at this and running the stream and doing all of the back stuff. So it's not like I'm fully focusing on the game. So I might be missing it. Someone else I saw above said I missed it, and I forgot who it was and forgot to click on it. But he's been a little bit non-existent for me today. He's been a little bit non-existent, but again, I might have just missed it. For now, on for Noble 70 just to save Noble's legs. Yeah, and probably to save him from himself a little bit, maybe at that point. But not incorrect. See more of Vlasic. I'd love to see more of Vlasic. Nothing till 70 unless they score. Fair, no changes yet. Lots of sort of no changes. Bowen off of Vlasic. Yeah, I'm thinking more just to save Bowen's legs, because obviously Bowen is the one first choice player in this side. So we sort of need to rest him to an extent, because he's got a lot going on, and his role in our first choice when Antonio is playing is a lot. He has to go forward and back a lot. So thinking that. I like the way Noble is taking care of Lingard. I think he's doing decently. Vlasic needs time on the pitch. Yarmolenko is gone at the end of the season. Yes to both of those things. I wouldn't sub him for that reason, but yes to both those things. Definitely, I agree with you both there. Need Bone for Leeds, basically. Mark Noble is a Taurus, and the sun is coming into Libra today. I predict it will be a draw. Okay, all right, fair enough. I can't speak to it personally, but it sounds like something that would be true. Let's have a look. So we're about the kickoff. Kickoff is coming soon in the second half. I think we all sort of agree that probably no changes as of yet. Maybe one or two thinking. Rice is unreal. Won't hear none of it. Definitely save Jared. Rice's quality. Yes, I'm not saying Rice is bad by any stretch of imagination, but it's just something to speak about. How many subs allowed in this competition is a good question. Can anyone answer this for the Broomfields? Sorry, can anyone answer this? Because I also need to know, because I have no clue. I have no clue whatsoever. I did not say that, Raymond. Don't make me ban you, sir. I did not say that. God. I did not say that. Everyone booing Lingard. He will not come back. We'll see what happens, Mateo. I don't know what's going to happen. But we'll see. 3. Everyone's saying 3 for the substitutions. There we go. 3 subs. 3. 5 subs according to Google, says Jordan. You were full named, sir. You were full named. I did not say that, Woody Allen Woody. I didn't say that. I didn't say get rid. Oh. This is a disgrace. I've been mischaracterized here. I am fuming. Fredericks off for Vlasic. Fredericks has already come off, right? So who would Vlasic come off for? I don't know. I want to see more of Vlasic, to be honest. I was not a Rise hater. Oh my god, I shouldn't have said anything. What a problem. What a problem this has become. Why did I do anything? Let's see. I don't want that. Second half getting ready now. The teams are out on the pitch doing their little run-ups as they make their way back onto the pitch. Of course, we are 1-0 up after Lanzini's goal in the 90th minute, as the commentator just said. Before it does not say. Look, Sean Longstaff was all right for a bit, but he definitely does not prefer Sean Longstaff. Jesus Christ. That is just slander, mate. I'm getting the law on you. Do you know what I mean? I'll get the law on you. You're coming for you. You blasphemer. I didn't say this. West Ham are getting ready to come out here. I don't think there'll be any changes. I'll be shocked if there were any changes at halftime. I don't think we should make any. Get him in, Torres. Come on, let's go. Love that. FMK, Noble, Rice, Jesse Lingard. Oh my God. Well, you have to kill Jesse, right? He didn't come back. He stayed at Manchester United, so he's got to go. He's got, you know what I mean? And Mark is obviously the M in that. You obviously marry Mark. Mark is marriage material. Okay. Which would then mean me and Deckers are going at it. Worst thing is he watches this channel from time to time, so there's not a 0% chance he doesn't see me say that. It's not a 0% chance I don't say that. Enjoy the second half. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Hey, everyone, if you're only coming here for the halftime, enjoy the second half. Hopefully it goes well for us like it did the first time. And remember to come back at full time. Gonzo will be live with a match review. I'll be here for the rest of the team. And hey, if you're new, like the video, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Thank you very much. The second half is about to get underway here at Old Trafford. Manchester United are the ones to do it, and we are off. It's West Ham United 1, Manchester United 0 in the Carabao Cup. And we will see how it plays out. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good right now. I can't lie to you. I am feeling good. Jumping the gun. Next round draw after this. Oof, Stevie. I didn't know it was so soon. I didn't realize. I'll have to talk to Gonzo about that. Good opportunity for Manchester United trying to get forward, but they can't quite manage it. Jesse Lingard there and Issa Diop cancelling it out. Ben Johnson clears it away. Interesting to see how this second half ends up playing out. We certainly started very slowly in the second half. In the last game against Manchester United. So I'm interested to see if we do something a little bit similar now. I'm hoping not. But there's always a possibility. We'll see how it goes. But again, we do have the lead. But again, it's eerily similar. Mata out for Tellez, plays it in. Dawson heads it away. Again, these crosses in, man. These crosses in are a bit wild for Manchester United. It's a wild tactic. Like, imagine Martial in all of his bald glory getting there ahead of Craig Dawson. I can't see it happening. Yet they're still taking a swing at it. I don't know. Charlie saying, I think people are underestimating Ryan Fredericks' no rotation at right back. Yeah, I agree with that. Especially because he's been good when he's come in this season. I strongly agree with that. Don't get me wrong, it's only been 2 performances and one of them lasted all of 10 minutes. But I agree. I think it's a problem. I think it's a problem that we're going to have to figure out. I don't know what the answer is. I guess the answer is Masuaku comes in at left back and Ben Johnson goes to right back. But I think Ben Johnson's a downgrade on Ryan Fredericks. So, I mean, we'll see. This is a good opportunity for Manchester United here. A mistake from West Ham. Jesse Lingard a little bit too greedy, and Issa Diop does well to stop him in his tracks. Jadon Sancho going for it. Nothing to be said from that. Nothing to be said. Jesse Lingard got a little bit greedy there. He probably should have laid someone off earlier, and Issa Diop just stands up to him and tells him no. West Ham doing well here, defending against all comers. And they clear it out for a Man United throw. Kind of necessary in that position. We didn't really have many options, but they're hemming them in well. Hemming the defense in well there, Manchester United, to be fair. Reducing the options, and Dawson just had to clear it for a throw, and there wasn't really many other options. But both him and Diop doing well. They're good tackles. All of this may Charlie have mercy on your soul and bless his name with Charlie. You lot, man. Fam, please allow me. Allow me. I really like how this West Ham team are drilled. David Moyes there, just getting in the ear of Yarmolenko, telling him a couple of things. I really like how this team is drilled. There was a really good example there of when one of the Manchester United players had the ball. I think it was Lindelof, maybe, and turned towards goal for a second, just for a split second. And as he thought, Masuaku does really well there, plays it through, gets the control, he's offside. Good work though. Let's see what Charlie scroll up, see what it's about. Okay, give me a sec. It's good work there by Masuaku. It doesn't quite work out. What I was going to say is Lindelof got the ball there for Manchester United, about on the halfway line. And the second he turned and moved slightly away from slightly towards the Manchester United goal. Yarmolenko, Bowen, they all started moving forward together again, reducing those passing options, not so passively just waiting for Manchester United to come at them, but actually stepping forward a little bit and moving forward a little bit. It's really genuinely good play. Genuinely, I just love to see it. It's something we didn't do at all last season practically, and we haven't done before in a long time. So to see us doing it now, we're actually well drilled and working hard. And again, we could talk about Yarmolenko as much as we want. We can talk about it till the cows come home, but he's getting involved in that stuff. He clearly knows what to do. Chance for Manchester United, Sancho just over. It's a chance for that, but it's just not. He's getting involved, he's getting involved, and I like it. And I like it, etc. etc. Sorry, I'm just reading, man. I'm just reading Mano York and Scott just talking to each other. Here's what it is. Dylan, the referee is fat. Harsh, bro. Harsh. Not incorrect, but harsh. Just harsh. Forgive us daily goals and forgive us offsides as we forgive those who offside against us. And all, etc. My going to a Catholic school there. I'd say it to his face. I'm not saying you wouldn't say it to his face, Dylan. I'm just saying it's harsh. I'm not saying you wouldn't. I'm not saying listen. I'm not saying the geezer's name. I can't remember his name now. But I'm not saying if he was in front of you, you wouldn't say it. I'm just saying harsh. There you go. And we forgive us missed goals if those score against us and lead us not into losses, but deliver us to victory. For this, forever and ever. West Ham. I'm not saying Dylan even say it to his face. I'm just saying it's still harsh. You know what I mean? Could say many things to many people's faces. It'd still be harsh. Kufal doing well there. Just to stop it. Just to put it in its tracks and say no. Oh, there we go. I can sit a little bit more comfortably right now. I hate this chair with a passion. I need a new chair because it's just uncomfortable. If we're being honest, it's just uncomfortable. Manchester United playing it around now, but again, it's just that idea of just the slight pressure, just the reducing of options, not so passively waiting for them when they do have the ball and they're passing it around down the back, just activating, moving forward, activating as like it's Robot Wars, moving forward and just closing out the options and forcing Man United to pass it around in spaces they're not super comfortable with, and then just keep passing it back and back and back. And we're seeing them consistently sort of in and around the halfway line right now, Manchester United. They've got control of the ball, but they're not going anywhere with it, and that's completely fine. It's one of the problems when you look at, say, I don't know, possession stats in general. They kind of lie to an extent because it's like, sure, you could, like, Manchester United will definitely have more possession, but how much of that possession is actually progressing the ball? How much of the possession is actually building up to something? When they're just passing it around on the halfway line, not really going anywhere, it doesn't matter. You can have possession of the ball. You can have as much possession of the ball as you want. You're not going anywhere, bruv. And I'm totally fine with that. So when you look at, the possession, let's pull it up, just have a look at what it is, because I suspect it'll be very high in Manchester United's favour. When you look at the possession here, which is 65 or 64% to Manchester United, that looks terrible, right? That looks like you're sitting there going, oh my God, West Ham are getting absolutely blapped off the park here. And to an extent, yeah, they do have more possession than us. But to be honest with you, how much of this is resulting in actually getting good opportunities? Again, they've had way more shots, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and pretend they haven't. But honestly, keep the ball on halfway line if you want, as much as you like. It makes no difference to us. Makes no difference to us. Have I seen the Football Manager 22 trailer? I have seen the 22 trailer, yes. Coming to Game Pass, which is good because it means I can play it for free. But it's not for free because I pay for Game Pass, but I can play it without having to buy the full game. I'm interested, Ray, as well. I'm very interested. Very interested. We've got I don't know what I don't know. We'll see. But I'm very interested. It'll do what I usually do, which is play it for like I'll play it for like 100 hours in a week and then never play it again, probably. But I'm excited. I am excited. GSP should give me a box at the London Stadium for a comp chairs for my stream. Thank you. I agree they should. They very much should. You know? I'll just have like, you know, like the box and we see David Sullivan sitting. West Ham United getting forward well, by the way. Masuaku. It was a bold ball into the box to try and find. It wasn't Masuaku. I think it was Ben Johnson. It was a bold ball into the box to try and find Yarmolenko. But to be honest with you, there was no other options. So I respect it. And it wasn't a bad pass. It's just there was literally no other options. Yeah, you know, you see David Sullivan sitting usually, and he has those little chairs that are sort of like in the middle of nowhere because that stadium's not built for actual human beings. Yeah, I could just have that. I have a desk, little roll desk that you can buy from like Argos around it with a laptop on it. You know what I mean? Big comfy chair, wing back chair maybe. You know, sit there like a I don't know, like a refined gentleman that I am. We'll see. We'll see. Bro, please. I beg you, please. 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 Told you to get both gets out to that. I think he will come off because of the yellow card at some point. Like he will come off because he's going to the chances of Noble getting sent off are high. You know what I mean? Like I think he will come off at some point because of it. It's just about how long do you keep it for? It's just about like how long do you keep it for? And who do you I guess Fornals would be the person you'd bring him on for, but you know, we see, I guess. Or Lanzini, I guess Lanzini could drop into that role, but yeah. What's happening with Spurs? What is the Spurs score? I don't know any of the other scores. I haven't been keeping up today. There is the Mark Noble yellow card, by the way. No complaints from the skipper, obviously. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he was doing. Jadon Sancho. It was a nice touch by Sancho to get around him, to be fair. Mark Noble's just come, give it, you know. You know, and he's taking him now. So it is what it is. Supposed to 2-0 down and then bottled it. Just why Dallo almost getting involved. I don't know. I mean, Dallo's, to be fair, he's got very high in central all game, but shots just wide. Van der Beek does well to get in round the back, by the way, and Dallo just streaming onto it, gets there ahead of, I want to say it was ahead of Alex Crowell and Ben Johnson. Yeah, it was ahead of those two. Ben Johnson was closest, quite get there, and it happens. Spurs were 2-0 up and now they're 2-2. Oh, what a shame. You hate to see it. You really just hate to see it. Anyway, that's not going to come back to burn me, is it? It's not going to come back to me. Do you think Crowell looks like Sideshow Bob? I do, and I love it. Look, I was very clear about Crowell when we signed him. I wanted him almost purely because of the hair. I can't lie. I wanted him almost purely because of the hair. You know? Get him in. We need more good haircuts in this team. This team has a deficit of good hair. You know? They might have some haircuts where you're looking at it, you're like, yeah, that's a good haircut. But they don't have great haircuts. You don't have fun haircuts. We have a deficit of that. And so to get Alex Crowell in, that was very exciting for me. Because to be honest with you, I wanted it. Matic with a bitey challenge on Kufal there, who complains quite rightly because he's basically just been needing the bollocks for no reason. Like, fam, Matic, what's your problem? Just go away. Just go. What is your problem? Chill. Ben Johnson does well there. Free kick from West Ham in a very deep position, got punted forward, and he does incredibly well to get the ball under control. Fair play. Didn't know he had it in him, to be honest with you. Loftus forward. Lanzini's there. Can't quite get on the end of it. Again, we're playing the ball into Lanzini like he's going to header it. It's not happening. Donny van der Beek and Bowen pressing, chasing, harrying. Oh, Jarrod Bowen. Good play. Fair play, Jarrod Bowen, who does incredibly well there. He was chasing Donny van der Beek like a dog with a bone, non-stop. And Donny just couldn't get away with him at all. And he just nips the ball on him. Lovely. Here we go, corner. Played in quickly. Kral's there, can't quite find it. West Ham maintain possession of the ball. Dinked forward, looking for Mark Noble. Well, Mark Noble and Bailly. Bailly's gone down there. Referee's given a free kick. Bailly went down for a second and then got straight back up. A little bit sheepishly is maybe the way I would describe that. We'll have a look again at the replay, I guess. Yeah, so Eric Bailly basically didn't get touched in the face there and then went down holding his face. Weird how that works, isn't it? Weird how that works. I don't know. It's like Ronaldo's in the team again or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm seeing a lot of Greenwood for Matter happening in the chat now. Greenwood for Matter. Greenwood on. This is going to be hype now. We'll see. We'll see. The thing is about Greenwood, and it was a similar situation bringing on Sancho to an extent. And like I said, the same thing about Jesse Lingard. I know Jesse Lingard ended up working out, but these are players who enjoy the space in front of them. You know, who enjoy space in front of them. They're quick, they're fast, they stride into that counter-attacking moves. Whereas we're not really giving Manchester United the space to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that ends up working out. Bowen's striding forward, by the way. Here he's got three defenders around him. He can't really do anything. Fair play to Jarrod Bowen for just keeping possession of the ball. Can't really do anything. Lays off to Yarmolenko, hits it. Wide, not as close as you want. Maybe a rangefinder from Yarmo. I don't know how many shots he's had today. I think that might be his first, but it was a good opportunity. He struck it well, but it was always swerving away from goal, not happening. But Jarrod Bowen does very well there. He was up against a lot of Manchester United defenders, and not only does he come away with the ball, but he ends up creating an opportunity with it. Fair play, Jarrod Bowen. Fair play. Greenwood is very good at timing runs. I'd like to see him in an English shirt. It will happen. It will happen, won't it? It's just a matter of time. Father Christmas has commented, Santa is a red, but not... Oh, it's a good opportunity. Greenwood saved by Areola with his feet. Santa is a red, but not Nottingham Forest, not United. So what? Goldbridge, is that what we're saying? A good save by Areola there. Greenwood again getting forward well. Again, that's where Greenwood is dangerous. When we have a line that's slightly higher than we maybe want it to be, and he has the space you want to dink it over the top into the space or slide rule through ball it, sort of swerve around defenders or whatever to get him into that space running at the goal. That's where he's most dangerous, Greenwood. And Areola there saving with his feet confidently. Seeing the replay here, it was played out to the right-hand side. Playing the ball around. Donny van de Beek finds Greenwood. It's a good run as well. It's not the best finish you're ever going to see from Mason Greenwood, but it's not bad. And it has Areola at full stretch, who does well with his feet there. That was very good. That was very good. Imagine when Ari's played a few games. I do think I like strikers. You need to run a games. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We're talking about whether or not Areola is going to play the Premier League games. I think he'll get run outs in the cups. I'm surprised he didn't play in Europe, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Because to be honest with you, I think Fabianski's been all right. That's my opinion. And but I also think, more importantly, David Moyes will trust Fabianski significantly more than he trusts Areola at this point. And that's totally fair, right? Like, it just is what it is. That's just life. And so we'll see. We'll see. But I would suspect it stays in Fabianski's favor for now. And this be a sort of a rare appearance for the next. I don't know. We have a lot of games. So I don't know. We'll see. Jordan Knight is saying early doors verdict possibly still out on Vlasic, but signs have looked good so far. I don't think any of them have made any have been particularly bad in any stretch of imagination. It's a good opportunity for Manchester United. Hit from range, straight into the hands of Areola from Jesse Lingard. I don't think any of them have caused any cause for concern as of yet. Even Vlasic, I think he had a good game against Southampton, and then he had an okay game the rest of the time. It's just he's not firing on all cylinders. I think we as fans tend to, if they're not firing on all cylinders, instantly get a bit frustrated. But I think it's all right. We'll see. As Foe said, the game tempo is picking up just a little bit. Manchester United getting a little bit more time and space in and around our area right now. Not something I'm super keen on. We're a little bit stretched. We're a little bit higher. The line is a little bit higher than I'd want it to be. Manchester United are getting a bit of joy from that. Getting a bit of joy from that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, handball against Bowen there. I don't think you can really complain about it. Again, I would have said it was too close to him as I would have with the penalty, but that we had against Manchester United, but it did hit his hand, and it's a well, Manchester United have wasted it instantaneously, so it doesn't really make a difference, does it? They've completely wasted that, so that's fine. You do you, lot, man. You do you. What's interesting at this point is it's 65 minutes into the game. We've got 25 to go. 25 to go, and Manchester United are 1-0 down. Now, Manchester United, I don't think are going to be fuming. I think they're going to be fuming if they lose this game, right? So if they're not fuming if they lose this game, if they're looking at it and they're saying, well, do we want to risk our best players in this game? For example, Bruno Fernandes, who we're getting to zoom in on the bench now. Do they want to risk Bruno Fernandes in this game? I don't know if they do. We'll see. Bringing on Mason Greenwood's relatively easy. You know, Mason Greenwood's one of the people who's going to get less and less game time with the introduction with Lingard coming back in and Ronaldo coming in and Sancho coming in. Like Greenwood was one of the people who's going to lose out in that. So playing Greenwood in this game is pretty easy. But do you bring on Bruno Fernandes against West Ham in a League Cup in a game where you're like, listen, you're losing, so you need to get back into the game, but you've got Champions League ties coming up. They lost their first Champions League game, so they're not going to want to lose their second one. I don't know if they do. We'll see. The fact that they basically completely rotated their team, in fact, they might have rotated their team by 11, I can't remember, probably shows where their priorities lie. So we'll see what happens. Alex Kral doing well there. Stipping him. Alex Kral's he's done decently today. He's done decent today. I've enjoyed him. I thought he's done well. He's got around well. He's got involved to play. He's got forward decently. He's defended decent enough. He's done all right. Noble puts the ball out of play there because Manuel Lanzini is down, holding his face. Ooh, there was just a little cheeky step there. I don't think it was meant by Matic, although he has been a little bit dirty today, but I don't think it was meant by Matic, to be honest with you. I think it's just an accidental step there on the foot of Lanzini. Pablo Fornals looking to come on now alongside Nikola Vlasic. And I mean, you're looking at it and you're saying, to be honest with you, our subs have been a lot more positive than Manchester United's have. We're looking at, or our actions have looked more positive than Manchester United has. We've looked like the team who want to win more, especially from the substitutions, right? As Fo says, everyone, listen, if you're new around here, subscribe. We do this every single match day. Like the video if you haven't already. It genuinely helps us out massively. Genuinely appreciate it. John Moss, that's the ref. John Moss. Lanzini's going to walk off the pitch one side. And he is coming off. He is coming off for Pablo Fornals. Love Pablo Fornals. It's good to see him. And then the other substitute is Arthur Masuaku coming off for Nikola Vlasic. We'll see where Vlasic plays. I'd be disappointed if we see him at left mid again, but we'll see. We'll see. If he's on the left again, I'll be a little bit disappointed. I want to see Vlasic down the center, be it in the fake striker role we have, or the vacant striker role we have, I should say, or in the 10, just behind the forward. That's kind of where I want to see him. So if he's out on that left-hand side, seeing as he's come on for Arthur Masuaku, I'll be a little bit disappointed, but we'll see how it plays out. Punted forward by Areola. Just sort of trying to see where people are at. Just trying to see where playing false nine. So Bowen's dropped out then. Bowen would drop back Bowen drops back into the right wing role. Then you see Fornals go out onto the left. I'd be happy with that. I'd be very happy with that if that's the case. Yarmolenko sort of in and around there. I don't know. We'll see. Yarmolenko doing Yarmolenko things right now, trying to get forward, trying to get into the spot. Couldn't quite find him. He did take past one, but couldn't make it past the second. And now Manchester United on the counter attack. This is where they're dangerous. Jadon Sancho's on the ball. Left hand side, more West Ham players have got back, but Jesse Lingard was shot from range. Good block by Issa Diop. Good block. Good block. West Ham get the ball away. A poor pass from Kufal, but it's managed to just hold on to it. Pablo Fornals there, and West Ham maintain possession of the ball and get out, get away with it. Good work. Bowen, once again, on the ball. Vlasic has taken up that sort of central role. No ball looking back for Bowen, just asking a little bit too much of him, and Lindelof holding him off, playing it into a difficult position. And again, that pressing, that harrying. Do you see that? When Lindelof plays the ball out, it gets into the feet of whoever their 27 is, Tellez, I think, right? It gets into the feet of Tellez, and instantly 3 players on him, around him, hemming him in, reducing his options. This is what you want to see. It's good. It's good. It's very good. It's well drilled. Under 20 minutes to go, plus stoppage time, so 20 minutes plus to go. And it remains Man United 0, West Ham United 1. And West Ham look good for it. If we're being honest, West Ham do look good for it. Manchester United now just passing the ball around again on the halfway line. West Ham, every time they get a little bit more space forward, trying to press them. It's a good pass through to Jesse Lingard, finding the area through. Dinks it across, back post. Dalot gets there, but again, they're dinking it in. There's no one's going to head that ball in. Ronaldo's not here, people. It's not going to happen. So they're relying on something like they've just seen there with the dink across. It lands at the feet of Dalot on the other side, who then wins a corner from it. That's what they're relying on when this sort of thing happens. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of okay with that. United corner played in, headed well over by Eric Bailly. Wild header, never quite gets on. Never quite gets on. Let's get that second goal. Yes, Torres, strongly agree. Like, I think we're looking good for it right now. We're looking good for it, but a second goal would certainly put the world at ease. So we are seeing Bruno Fernandes come on alongside, is that Elanga? Is that how you pronounce his name? So who's coming off? Jesse Lingard coming off for Bruno Fernandes. We've averted that crisis. That crisis has not happened. He hasn't scored. Although Bruno Fernandes, Jesus Christ, if there's one guy who's better at kicking it from range than Jesse Lingard is, it's Bruno Fernandes. And Elanga comes on for Greenwood. Did Greenwood start? He did. Did Greenwood start? Greenwood came off the bench, didn't he? I don't know what's gone on there, but West Ham pressing once again. Lindelof there, giving them options. Can you love to see it? They're getting a bit of space. The thing is with the press is if they get around it, then you're in a bit of trouble. But we're getting back well from there and we're slowing them down. Now, Greenwood's still on a pitch. I don't know what BT were doing there. Or whoever. No, not BT, sorry. DAZN. I mean, Sky Sports. I don't know what they were doing there. Good defending. Good defending from Pablo Fornals and Jared Bowen with the space in front of him. Playing it around, lays it off short to Kufal. It's Tellez who came off for Elanga. I was right. I was like, what's going on here? That's so confusing to me. Tellez went off. Yeah. It's just come up on my screen. I don't know what was going on there. Just baffed. Confused, scared, confounded, confuddled, bamboozled. Dumb. Vlasic doing well, trying to find something, just a little bit. Crowded out by 4 players there, couldn't quite find anything with it. Did well to keep hold of it and almost got out of it, but couldn't quite. We're doing okay. When we press and when we harry, it looks like Vlasic is maybe the deeper of him and Bowen, and then Yarmolenko sort of stays out on that right-hand side, I think is what's happening here, but still. When we press and we harry, we do leave a little bit of space, and Manchester United are getting better at using that space. Johnson went down under a push from Greenwood there. Thankfully, Greenwood took so long to get to the ball, it didn't end up worrying us because there was no foul given. Matic on the edge of the area. Lays it short, looking for Greenwood. Can't quite be found. It's a goal kick to West Ham. When we're in full defensive mode and we're all back, we're really well drilled. We're holding them off. We're in good positions. We're not really giving Manchester United much space at all. Don't get me wrong, Bruno Fernandes on scares me. A, because if there's someone who can find space, it's flipping Bruno Fernandes. But also B, if there's someone who can shoot it from range, it's flipping Bruno Fernandes, right? So it's not the most comfort-inducing thing in the world to see him come onto the pitch. However, we're not really giving them too much space right now. Lots of defending, lots of holding them off, lots of well-structured maneuvers. Now, we've gotten a bit more bold with our pressing. When they do make a mistake, we do tend to jump on it. A lot of us are pressing a little bit more, and we're getting more people in a tighter space. We're hemming them in a lot more than we were. It wasn't a case of just reducing their options. We were really closing in on them, and that's allowing us to have 3 or 4 people pushing them. But the problem is Manchester United are dealing with that relatively well right now. They're getting out of those situations pretty decently, and that's allowing them chances to counterattack at us relatively frequently and with a lot of space. And you're seeing people like Jadon Sancho have that space and time to sprint into. And that's the kind of big concern here is if you're hemming them in, if you've got 3 players focusing in on the defender and then the defender plays the ball over the top, all of a sudden you've got 3 less people defending and our space and time defensively is a little bit less than it was. So we'll see how it goes, but we're still, when we are all out defending, we're still getting into good positions right now. Elanga here on the ball for Manchester United, for example, having to pass it back and trying to find Sancho, who does well, skips his way in, but again, crowded out by 4 West Ham players. It goes out for a corner, but crowded out by 4 West Ham players. And don't get me wrong, corner for Manchester United is significantly more scary than a cross from Manchester United, but they take it quickly. They're looking for the goal. They want the goal, and it's maybe a mistake on their half, to be fair. Manchester United also had no one back there, and Vlasic is chasing the ball down as Manchester United got all the way back to the goalkeeper. It's good. It's good from West Ham. It's edge of the seat stuff. If you're a West Ham fan, you're bricking it a little bit. Squeaky bum, to use a Manchester United reference, but to be honest with you, it's all right. It's all right. Fernandes from range goes for it wide. Hooks it just high. It just hooks it wide at the left-hand post there. Areola was stood still watching it. We couldn't quite find it. Aubrey, does anyone have a channel I can watch this on? I do. It's on DAZN in the US. In the UK, it is on Sky Sports. And everywhere else, if you're looking for something, there's a link in the description below, which should help you out. Wilbex, who scored for us, it was Manuel Lanzini. Ryan Fredericks with the assist on the 9th minute. Fredericks does well down the right-hand side to get forward. Manchester United, 19 shots to our 5, showing you how sort of in control of the game they are, but how well we're defending. They've only had 3 on target from 19, which shows a lot. Who scored it was Lanzini. Fredericks does really well down the right-hand side. He gets into a good position and then takes on 3 Manchester United players and beats them and then pulls it back for Lanzini, who slots it home. Good goal early, and since then we've defended pretty resolutely. A punt forward there from West Ham, looking to do something with it. Bailly, again, hemmed in well. This is what I'm talking about, this harrying, this pushing. We're making it awkward. We're not making it easy, and we dispossess them. Pablo Fornals does well, finds Vlasic with a back heel. You love to see it. Love to see it. Good passing. Vlasic can't quite get there. A little bit too far ahead of him. Asking a lot, to be fair. Cleared away, and it's a West Ham throw-in on the halfway line. Good play from West Ham United. Good play. Well-drilled play. That's a good pass from Manchester United. Needs the spaces there more dangerous in. Martial. Issa Diop, man. Issa Diop's having a good game. He looked at Martial. He saw the run he's making, and he went, listen, no. He went, no. And he was correct. The answer was indeed no. Kufal got all the way up to basically the corner flag before having to go backwards because of the space. Kral and Bowen, just a little miscommunication there. Just a little miscommunication there. Came close, but doesn't quite happen. Starts at Leeds, Areola. How do we all feel about Areola's performance today? Let me know in chat. What do we think about Areola's performance? Give me sort of general vibes. I think he's been pretty good today, to be fair. I think he's been pretty good today, Ben, to be fair. I strongly agree with you. Does he start against Leeds? I don't know, but I think he's certainly put his name on the map, as it were, from The Simpsons. He's certainly put his stamp on it. He's giving David Moyes something to think about. What are we thinking? He's been impressive. Areola's been amazing. Areola's in class. Lots of got some good praise. Great game now. It is getting there. Commanded his area, says Matthew. I think he's been decent. Areola's had an absolute blinder. I think he's been good. I think he's been very good. Corner for Manchester United out on the right-hand side. Fernandez plays it in, headed away from Issa Diop. Sancho gets control, hits it. Block from Kufal. Ooh, Areola, there you go. Steps forward there. And Fornals steps around the player. This is a good opportunity for West Ham United. Jared Bowen's on the attack. Can he look to your left? The pass to Vlasic was close. It was almost there. It was a good counter-attacking opportunity, and now Manchester United get the opportunity to break up the other end. Again, there's space and time. The game is becoming more stretched. End-to-end football towards the end of this game. Dalot does well. Areola steps up and saves it again. Oh, my God. Greenwood trying to wriggle his way around Ben Johnson, who's keeping up with him relatively well there. But we're looking again at the replay of the counter-attack. Fornals does well, plays it forward to Bowen, and I think maybe Bowen waits just a little bit too late, and then his pass is a little bit too flat across to Vlasic. If you get it a little bit ahead of him, allow Vlasic to run onto it, it's maybe a good opportunity there, but it doesn't quite happen. Charlie is well behind. He is. That's what's happened when you watch it legally on Sky Sports TV. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness me. Who was that with the slide challenge? Yarmolenko going in on Ilanga. He misses him, but flipping heck. Donny van der Beek coming equally in wild. Tell you what, there's a lot of wild slide tackles happening right now. Something noble. Go on, 2 for him. Get in there. Go on, get stuck in, lads. Get stuck in. That's what you want. Greenwood hits it from range, wide. He's wanting a corner. Referee says no. Game's hotting up. End-to-end stuff. A lot of space being created in the end of this game. Both teams looking a little bit leggy to an extent. I think us more so than them, to be fair. But we're certainly breaking with some pace. They're dealing with it okay. Manchester United still the better team out of the two of us. Like, don't get me wrong. Manchester United have probably done. I mean, the thing is, Manchester United have been the better team, but have they been significantly better? I don't know. And I would happily take this 1-0 all day, all night. Hello, yes. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. 1-0 all day long. You know what I mean? Not long to go here. Yarmolenko out on the right-hand side, puts it back onto his stronger right foot, tries to whip the ball in. It's blocked. And West Ham get a corner. Kral is looking a really good option. I think he's been decent. I've been impressed by him. Not an all-action dominating performance by any stretch, but certainly a very decent one. Adrian saying basically what I've been saying. Man United have had a lot of shots, but rarely have they threatened. But yes, this exactly, mate. Like if you're looking at the statistics of the game, 5 shots. They've had 25. They've had 25 shots, Manchester United. And how many have been on target? 6. We've had almost as many shots on target proportionally than they have. And at that point, we'll see. stream lagged a second there. 3 kick to Manchester United. I need to reset my timer. 3 kick to Manchester United just inside their own half. Playing it round. Trying to get in and around the box. Cleared away. We're in all-out defensive mode now. We are in all-out defensive mode. Vlasic and Bowen are the only two who really have any sort of license to press at this stage. Everyone else is staying quite far back. Martial lays it short to Lindelof. Elanga. Martial. Trying something, but again, West Ham. Look at that organisation. We now got like a 4-4-1-1 thing going on defensively and a big swing, and Fernandes just swinging at it with his weak foot from range. It was never going in. It went good. 4-4-1-1 in defensive now, and we've got 2 banks of 4. We're very, very, very compact, and we're making it very difficult for Manchester United. This is a David Moyes performance from last season, and do you know what? If we get the win, we get the win. That's what matters in cup football. As much as I prefer your nice attacking stuff, this is cup football. So a 1-0 is fine. Big boot up the field, Manchester United. Oh, we're pressing a little bit here. Fornals does well to get a foot to that, and we regain possession of the ball with Ben Johnson at left back. Flicked inwards. Bowen lays it off. No ball. Through to Yarmolenko. Controls it. Hits it. Off the post. Andre. Vlasic still has the ball. Lays it off. Manchester United regain possession. They're on a counter-attack now. No. They're on a counter-attack. I mean, we've got significantly more people back than they do. But Greenwood's charging at it. Tries to play it in towards Sancho, who lays it back out. Dalot. And it's blocked. It's blocked by, I think, Alex Kral. Yarmolenko hit the post. If Yarmolenko hits that in, then everyone stops talking. And now he doesn't, and now everyone won't stop talking. He's going to be as angry as anyone else is. Flipping heck, he hits the post. It's such a good opportunity as well. He's found by, I think it was Bowen, and then he takes it round the goalkeeper, and it's a tight angle, to be fair to him, but he does hit the post in a great opportunity. Now West Ham on the counter-attack again, and there's all the time and space again. Bowen's charging through. Noble's alongside him. Yarmolenko's also there. Find Noble. He lays it in. Mark Noble slides into the hands of Henderson. Oh my God. Two excellent opportunities. One from a tight angle hits the post, slightly unfortunately. Second one straight into the hands of Henderson. 2 very good opportunities in as many minutes for West Ham. And again, they've regained possession of the ball. I'm sorry. Look, Manchester United have been this better team, but you can't make the arguments that we don't deserve this win. Vlasic out to Bowen. Again, we're looking forward to try and step to them. Manchester United are all 6 and 7s. Jared Bowen hits it. Save. Good save as well from Henderson, to be fair. He hits it well. He hits it about as well as you can from that position with his weak foot into that bottom right-hand corner. He's looking for it. One hand out from Dean Henderson, gets down well, blocks it, stops it strongly. Manchester United on the counter-attack going up the other end. Bruno Fernandes hits it from range, just blocked by West Ham. Bounces back to Manchester United's defenders, and they re-go again. We've got 2 minutes left plus stoppage time, and it's very open right now. It's very open, which is bad for West Ham. Manchester United ruining their chance a little bit. We've got enough people back to stop that. Vlasic just outside the area here. Nice little triangle passing there. Pablo Fornal striding forward. He's got Yarmolenko on one side, Bowen on the other. He's looking for Bowen. Didn't even look for Yarmolenko, who was probably in a much better position there. Tries to play a slide ball through to Bowen. Doesn't work out. Manchester United regain possession of the ball. This is so open right now. And this is as bad as it could be for West Ham. You don't want this game to be open. But West Ham, again, are getting back in good numbers and good positions. Fernandes standing over the ball. Can't find anything to do. Tries to dink it in. Past Elanga, and it goes off. 1 minute left plus stoppage time. My giddy aunt, is this getting tight and close right now? This game is more open than you want it to be. We're just looking at Yarmolenko chance. It was more difficult than it looks for him, but to be fair, but it wasn't quite the one. And then we're looking again at the noble chance across the... Oh, he's tried to slot it through Henderson's legs. I see what he's gone for there, and I can appreciate it, but it was difficult for Mark. It was difficult, but probably the better of the two chances. Jared Bowen holding it up now by Manchester United's right corner flag. Lindelof trying to harry him and stop him. Tell you what, Jared Bowen's got better touch than I thought he did, to be fair. He's played it in there. He finds Vlasic. Yarmolenko on the ball. Can't quite find it. Hit by Fornals. High and wide. I'm about to find out how many minutes there is left. I'm trying not to look at the chat because right now it is super open. Super open. And there could be a goal either way very, very quickly. So I'm trying not to look at the chat. 4 minutes of stoppage time called. My giddy aunt. Big punt forward by Manchester United, held by Areola. 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. 1-0 up. This is West Ham's to lose to an extent. And to be honest with you, right now, out of the two sides, they look more likely to score somehow. Played forward again. This is good. Yet more good work. Yet another good opportunity. Sorry. Vlasic tries to hold up the ball, pulls it backwards. West Ham work it back, but maintain possession of the ball. Mark Noble slides it through. Fornals called offside there. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. Manchester United 0, West Ham United 1. Last 5 minutes, you'd just say West Ham were more likely to score. In the game in general, you'd say Man United are significantly more likely to score. This is a difficult, tight situation right now. Manchester United playing it around on the halfway line. Take that. Do that as long as you want, mate. Do that as long as you want. Do it another 2.5 minutes if you want. That's fine with me. Matic tries to dink it over the top. He had Sancho and Martial there. Can't quite find him. Headed away from Manchester. From West Ham United. Yarmolenko getting the one who's getting the clearance away. And it's a corner to Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes comes across to take it. They're lofting it in there. Henderson's come up. Played in by Fernandes. Headed away. Dalot collects the ball. Plays it to Henderson, who's on the halfway line now. Dean Henderson controlling. He's shoot calls come from the crowd. And maybe the worst pass you're going to see in a while. And it goes out wide. I think the problem here is I think I'm about 2 minutes behind the chat. So the chat knows what's happened here. I'm still trying not to look. We've got a minute and a half to go. A minute and a half left. West Ham are 1-0 up still. Manchester United looks slightly out of ideas a little bit. West Ham are sort of just counter-attacking when they can from sitting deep. It's working right now. Manchester United could score at any moment, but they don't look like they have the ideas. And to be honest with you, if they were to do that, I don't know. I don't think they've got it in them. A minute to go. Someone went down from Manchester United very theatrically there. No free kick. There's going to be a drop ball for some reason. Don't know why. I'm fine with it. Take your time, John Moss. Take your time, mate. Take your time, honestly. Do whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? My time has just skipped forward to 3:30. The definite TV that I'm watching it on has just skipped forward. We now have like 20 seconds left. I will take that. That's like 20 seconds of my life I can save. And West Ham play it back. Cleared away by Areola. Big boot upfield. John Moss, when are you rigging? There it is. West Ham United have beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford 1-0. Wally, thank you very much. Wally with the 9.99. Fredericks, man of the first 9 minutes. Exactly, my friend. Exactly. I will take that all flipping day. I will take that all flipping day. That was close. That was tight. That was scary. And you can't act like we were the better team, right? We can't sit here and pretend like Manchester United probably. Well, Manchester United didn't have a lot of opportunities in that game. In fact, let me just very briefly, let's just look at the stats. Just for a second, let's look at the stats. What did they end up being? Let's refresh that. Let's pull it up. What we're saying. 27 shots for Manchester United, although 9 from West Ham, a lot in that last section, and 3-6 is a lot closer than you would have felt it was. But you can see towards the end, West Ham getting a lot more shots. But my goodness me, we're not going to sit here. We're not going to sit here and pretend like Manchester United didn't have the vast majority of that game. We're not going to sit here and even begin to pretend that. But my goodness me, will we take it? Will we take it? Manchester United 0, West Ham United 1. And a good result. We are through to the next round of the Cup. Somewhat of redemption. And I'll tell you what, that was our second string side. We can talk about how that's Man United's second string side as much as we like. That was our second string side. Very, very few of those people would even be in contention with starting usually, let alone actually starting. And yet we move on. Exactly as Henry Parker says here, the only thing that matters in the Cup is the final score. Exactly. And the final score is 1-0. What a time. Good moves. While we wait for Gonzo to grab his review, he's just getting it set up now. As far as I'm aware, people, who was your man of the match? Let me know in the live chat. Who was the Hammers chat live chat man of the match? Mine. I think there's a few options. To be fair, I thought Diop was very good. I thought Areola had a good game. I thought Krau had a decent game. Noble was all right. I think Bowen played very well. I think there's a lot of decent options. Let's have a look what the people were saying, though. It's your vote, of course, the one that decides who was the man of the match officially. None of this, Sky Sports, none of these people, they don't know what they're talking about. We're talking about the Hammers chat man of the match. That's the important one. Let's have a look. JC saying it's not the main first team. Calm down. That's the point. It wasn't ours either. And yet here we are getting the dub. That's a big result for us. That's a very big result for us. It's a great performance. Major says I'm up at 4:30. Good night, love you, sleep well. See you later, Major. Good to see you, my friend. Good luck waking up. I can't do. I'll still be awake. Man of the match, Diop. Let's see what other people are saying. Diop, Areola, Krau. The chat skipped. Give me a second. Scrolling. Krau, Diop, man of match, Noble, Diop or Areola, Diop. Bowen for me. I thought Bowen played very well. Another good shift in from Bowen, to be fair. I don't like saying stuff like, oh, he put a good shift in, but that's just painfully true today. Areola, Noble. Noble would have scored if he wasn't the third. Yeah, fair. Diop. I tell you what, at this point, we've seen enough Issa Diops to probably give it to Issa Diop. There's a heck of a lot of them in there. Congratulations, Issa Diop, for being the Hammers chat man of the match. You have to respect it. Good play, and it ends 1-0. The live chat. Here we go. Here is the review. The chat is in the chat right now. I'm putting it in there. Go have a gander. Watch the review live with Gonzo. It is about to begin. My goodness me. Winning is what I do. Exactly. Let's ignore the fact it was ever not true. Let's ignore that. Good play. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us. Remember, like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you are new around here. We have a lot going on at all times, including a review that's happening right now, and I do a watch along every single match day, all through the day. We start our match day coverage an hour before kickoff. I take over half an hour before kickoff, through all the way through to a half time, full time, like I am now, where Gonzo is about to take over and do his match review. Everyone, go forth, enjoy it. We won. We're through to the Cup. Come on, you Irons, and until next time, I will see you soon. See you later, everyone. Come on. Yes, come on. See you later.